savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist in the family.
Good.
The most music every hour. Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride. Get online at the end of the tour.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the greatest station. Country. All right. Awesome.
Low Country Radio, the good time and good music radio station.
You are listening to Richmond Hill Football on Low Country Radio, powered by Express Employment Professionals.
It's 3rd down and 4 here at the 31-yard line. We're hanging on to a 16-14 lead. Rodemaker, he gives to Robinson, and he's stuck in the backfield.
The center's over the ball to snap. He hands it off to Jalen. Jalen scoots through for a first down. We got a first down and some.
Brother, man, it's been a pleasure listening to you all night long. Y'all got a bunch of Louisiana people tripping out around here. Valdosta goes down to the mighty Richmond Hill Wildcats.
Show them Raging Cajuns how it's done in Louisiana.
Out of everywhere, we won the Valdosta.
He's so smart, he's having trouble putting together sentences. That means you're emotional, Nathan Vickers. Enjoy it.
I've never been anything a part of this before. It's the biggest moment of my life.
And wherever you are, Wildcat Nation, tonight, if you're at home on your patio, if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, like some people with a last name Moon, and all of a sudden their entire neighborhood are Wildcat fans partying on the patio, getting ready for some Alabama and some Georgia college football tomorrow. Tonight's all about high school football as Richmond Hill 2-4 on the road at in between the bricks. And I got some education on that earlier this week, and we're going to hear from the man that gave me that education in just a moment. But wherever you are, Wildcat Nation, get up tonight, turn us on, go knock on your neighbor's door, call your friends. Tonight ought to be a great game. And right now, hey, I am fortunate enough and lucky enough to be joined by 912 Sports, Kevin Price. How's it going, Kevin?
Hey, good, Charlie. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
I didn't even realize you did PA here. How long have you been doing PA here?
Oh, I think this is my 4th or 5th year. I jumped out of radio and started doing this, so something like that. I've kind of lost track already.
All right, now most people know what they need to know about this Brunswick team on the offensive side of the ball. But from what I hear, they've got some dudes on the defensive side of the ball, and you're not going to be 7-0 without that. Talk about that, Kevin.
Yeah, I guess the offense is kind of what's gotten the attention with the running backs, but, this defense is pretty strong, too. I mean, last week, Charlie, I don't know if you realize it or not, but in that shutout over Statesboro last week, 21-0, Statesboro did, I think, end up with over 100 yards of offense, but a lot of that did come late. But this Brunswick High defense held the Blue Devils without a first down until the final 30 seconds of the third quarter. So I don't care who you are, Charlie, whether you're a good team, a bad team, if you can't get 10 yards until the final moments of the third quarter, you either have a really bad offense or you're playing a really good defense. And I don't think it's that Statesboro has that bad an offense. I think the Brunswick High defense was just on fire that night.
Yeah, Brock and I were listening to your 912 Sports podcast on the way down here. It was was all great, but that was the first thing that was said that I went, oh my goodness, did I hear that right? Or was Kevin just talking out of his mind? Not on first down until third quarter. I mean, like I said, that's incredible. But what in the world did Brunswick do on defense that slowed those guys down? Because they got two running backs and a quarterback. I think they're all great backs. What did they do?
Yeah, well, first of all, I was here. I wasn't at that ball game. I was here doing the PA for, Glenn Academy. I do the PA regardless of who's here. But, in talking to the BHS radio crew right after the game and then Coach Pender on Monday, first of all, you have to realize it was a wet track up there. It had rained all day. So, did that take away some of the speed that that Statesboro quarterback especially has as far as getting to the edges? I'm sure it probably did. Statesboro probably tried to run the ball more right at Brunswick. That's playing right into their hands. You'll see that tonight. Brunswick's nose guard, Kayshawn Thomas, he has offers from several schools, including South Carolina, which has been on him since his sophomore year. But he's just a big physical kid right there in the middle of the defensive front. And really, they just kept Statesboro hemmed up between the tackles all night. When they did try to go wide, Brunswick was out there, ready to meet them. So, really, Brunswick just played lights out. They've controlled the line of scrimmage pretty much on both sides of the ball all year. They've been able to run downhill offensively on teams with those good running backs. They both run hard and physical. And then defensively, again, they've really just controlled the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball as well. And their linebackers are very active, move around and make plays. Number 3, Adam Aweba's really good. Stephon Stanley, number 33, is really active as well. I think number 35, Derek Smith, really active as well for the Pirates. And then they got some guys that are just typical Brunswick High athletes, if you know what I mean, also in the secondary that just run around and make plays as well. So a fast and physical defense for the Pirates, just real athletic.
Now you said Thomas, who was on his left as far as recruiting?
Definitely South Carolina. I know that. They've been on him since his sophomore year. Of course, that was with the old staff, Muschamp staff. But from what I understand, that offer is still out there. I think he's gotten several more since then. So I'm really not sure. I would be misspoken on that. But South Carolina, I think, was the first or one of the first major schools to offer him a couple of seasons ago.
And all right, real quick, I know you got to get ready to take care of your duties in the PA upstairs. Awesome press box here. I know it's aging a little bit, but it's still really cool. You got 2 levels. You got a nice, the old school spiral staircase. I know we got some food coming a little later, so that's all great. Steve Waters and staff always do a great job. Incoming folks. But before we let you go, all right, play a little game with you here. You're probably familiar with this, but Brunswick wins if.
I really think they win if. There's several things. I mean, there's several keys to the game, but I really feel like they win if those running backs dictate this game and just turn out the yards like they always have. Statesboro's got to Richmond Hill has to get this offense off the field. They can't let these running backs dominate this game, break off big runs. And first of all, Reese Emmons is real physical. Jacoby Hill is more of a cutter, slasher with good vision. They complement each other really well. Richmond Hill needs to get them in passing situations, obvious passing situations, 3rd down and long, 2nd down and medium, and make this offense throw the ball for first downs. If they let these running backs dictate this game, Richmond Hill's in trouble.
What do y'all call that? What do y'all call that duo down here in Brunswick? Thunder and lightning, or?
No, actually, that's a good question. The whole backfield, led by those two, they call themselves the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Okay. So it's Reese Emmons, Jacoby Hill, also Leon Charlton. He could be a starter for a lot of teams, but he's just behind those guys in terms of the rotation. And then also Pat Leggett, who they'll start a lot of times at slot back. But all those guys are seniors, and a lot like those Georgia running backs. They just, kind of feed off each other and compliment each other, block for each other. They call themselves the Wolfpack.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just rightly answered question number 2. Richmond Hill wins if, and you just told the people. Hey, thanks for joining us, Kevin. Go have a good PA call, buddy. Yeah, and that was Kevin Price on 912 Sports. They cover some of the same areas that we do, but southeast Georgia, over from Ware County, all the way over to the Golden Isles. But we're going to take a short commercial break cut right now, and we will talk about our out-of-state inter-region scoreboard. You're listening to Richmond Hill Football on lowcountryradio.com, powered by Express Employment.
food good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all, from great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water. Happy hour drinks and appetizers Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 6. $19 all-you-can-eat shrimp Thursdays, 4 to 8. 10% off an appetizer with a Wildcat game ticket. Go see manager Amy Hambrick at Love's on Chief of Love Road. Love's Seafood.
Is an important step to protecting your health and your family. Richmond Hill Pharmacy can help you stay up to date on your vaccinations. We can administer vaccines to people 18 and older without a doctor's prescription, including flu, shingles, and pneumonia, and also administer the whooping cough vaccine with a prescription. Immunizations are important to help prevent dangerous and sometimes deadly diseases. People of all ages should be immunized to protect them from serious diseases, especially as we get older. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, offering immunizations is just one way we're committed to improving the lives of our customers. Filling prescriptions should take minutes, not hours, and we fill most in 15 minutes or less. We also offer prescription compounding and health screenings. Plus, we can ensure you take the right meds at the right time with services like our HealthMinder prescription refill reminder program, bubble-packed meds, and MedReady automatic medication dispenser. It's time to see what Richmond Hill Pharmacy, Hinesville Pharmacy, and Medical Center Pharmacy can do for you. Stop by today or visit us online at Richmond Hill Pharmacy.
The Barker team of RE/MAX Savannah and Magnolia Coastal Properties is a family-owned and professionally operated real estate business since 1992. They offer listing and selling of homes, commercial property, and property management. The Barker team prides themselves on attention to detail with greater than expected customer service and will help you locate your home or business, sell your home or land, or take care of your property in their property management portfolio. The Barker team of Coastal Georgia. Live, work, and play here. Call them at 912-756-6888 or look them up on the web at liveworkplayrichdmondhill.com.
From the Golden Isles and the swamps of southeast Georgia to the North Georgia mountains, there's no state with better public high school football than right here in the Peach State. Freddie Howell and Chip Horton highlight some of tonight's biggest games in Georgia.
And the out-of-state scoreboard, we got we don't have as many scores we're going to keep an eye on, but Chip, take us around the state.
Our two out-of-conference games are Burke County versus Thompson and Ware County versus that Warner Robins team. Glen Academy versus Effingham, Bradwell versus Statesboro, and South Effingham versus BC Benedictine.
We're riding down 95 South and I-16 East from Effingham to Statesboro and down to the Golden Isles. Freddie and Chip take us around tonight's Region 2-6A slate.
So Brock, what do you think is going to happen around the region tonight? You were talking about predictions during the break. What you think, Brock?
Oh man, wow. Well, I got Statesboro definitely because Bradwell, like I said, they didn't impress me against Richmond Hill. Statesboro did. I definitely got BC against South Effingham. I don't know what's going on down there in South Effingham. I think it's a lot of injuries. And that Glen Academy, Effingham didn't really impress me last week against Richmond Hill. But I think that running back from Effingham might make a couple of plays. I'm going to take Effingham, Statesboro, and BC. And Ware County versus Warner Robins. That sounds like an old-fashioned war down there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Warner Robins is number 1 in the state. Ware County is number 2 or number 3, depending on what poll you look at. But that's the number 1 game in the state tonight. Our game, I'd put it right at the top of the list as far as games in southeast Georgia. But there's no other game in the state that more people have their eyes on than Ware County and Warner Robins. I mean, Warner Robins, they've been averaging like 112 points a game for the last 3 or 4 years. And Ware County's got Mr. All Everything, Thomas Castellanos, quarterback, which he kind of had his coming out party against us last year down there in Gatorland at the home of, or the past home of Hank Aaron at that awesome stadium they've got. But we're going to take a short break, folks, and when we come back, we're going to continue to get you ready for kickoff here. Brunswick hosting Richmond Hill.
Quality Contracting, 912-656-0968. When Noah sails the ark through your yard, call Robbie Oglesby with A+ Quality Contracting for all your seamless gutter and roofing needs. Opening our doors in 2004, we offer over 30 years of experience, and we promise we're going to treat you right. We love our community and are proud sponsors of several RHHS sports programs. Mention you heard our ad on Low Country Radio and get 10% off a full home gutter installation. Call 912-656-0968 or see us at aplusquality.biz. That's aplusquality.biz. 912-656-0968. Let us get you covered for all your roofing and gutter needs. GeoVista is not just a credit union. GeoVista is a local community sponsor, a financial partner, and an educator for our youth of tomorrow. People helping people is GeoVista's commitment to our members and the communities we serve. GeoVista offers checking, savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacy.
Gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Your mission, Jim, should you decide to accept it.
3rd down and 4 here at the 31-yard line. We're hanging on to a 16-14 lead. Rodemaker, he gives to Robinson, and he's stuck in the backfield. Jordan Clark, how do you do?
As always, should you or any of your IM force be caught or killed, the Secretary will disavow any knowledge of your actions.
Throw football picked off. Here he goes. Again. Again. Sideline. One man to beat.
Richmond Hill Wildcat fans, if there's ever a time for you to stand up, you have to stand up now. It's 4th and 7 from their own 36, and they do now. The Richmond Hill crowd rises. Rodemaker, he drops back, and he's covered over there, and the ball is knocked away by a kid. Jordan Clark. He was trying to find Sherman, and Jordan Clark came in right in front of the student section.
The formation that I've wanted to see so long. There it is. Tyler Coleman takes the snap, kneels on it, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Richmond Hill Wildcats. I would say that's champagne, but that's Gatorade being through everywhere over there. The pass just went down by the present, the upcoming Richmond Hill Wildcats have made it past the 3rd round. I believe.
And it's going to take an effort like that tonight to take care of this Brunswick team. You know, Brock, Reese Simmons. I mean, people are going to get tired of us talking about it, but I mean, Reese Simmons and Jacoby Hill. I mean, they're already over 1,000 yards combined this year. I mean, hey, what's it going to take? I mean, it's one of those things where you're playing somebody that. Do you think it's more of an idea of stop them or slow them down?
Oh, wow. You want to do both, I guess. Stop them on some play, just slow them down. If they get in that second level, you got to slow them down, but you want to stop them before they get going. That's how you that's how you stop good running back. Stop them before they get going. So Richmond's going to have penetration, but like I said, Lazard is more worried about Brunswick up front than the running back. So this must be a complete Brunswick team. It must not just be the Wolfpack, and you're not gonna have the Wolfpack without the trying to think of the blockers that can go for Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, I don't know. Chip, you got any ideas? I tell you what, I know, Chip. Though you watched some game film. What did you think about that offensive front?
Well, I think Coach Lozada is definitely right because a running back is nothing without his offensive line. Absolutely nothing. So if you can stop that front, then you can stop the running back. It's easy. I don't care who's back there.
Yeah, and that may be true. And one of the things when you get later in the season, and maybe you're playing some better teams, but the bottom line is you have more data. And we do have some things to look at, and we're going to do that when we come back from the commercial break. We're going to give you a peek into how Brunswick has fared against the good teams and versus how Richmond Hill has fared against good teams as well. We'll be right back, folks.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com.
The 2 for $5 mix and match deal from McDonald's is back. Choose from some of your all-time favorites. It's time to celebrate because 2 for $5 mix and match is back.
Palmer Chiropractic focuses on peak performance and wellness care for the entire family. Palmer Chiropractic is in-network for most insurances like Blue Cross Blue Shield, CoreSource, Ambetter, United Healthcare, UMR, Cigna, Aetna, and many more. Palmer Chiropractic supports our military members and their families. The office is located at the corner of Ford Avenue and Timber Trail in Parker Square, and they have very convenient hours. Call 912-756-3433. Palmer Chiropractic.
Hey, we're back on lowcountryradio.com. Just like promised, we're going to give you a peek at what Brunswick's done. They come in tonight ranked number 4 in the state, 6A, 7-0, 3-0 in conference play. Richmond Hill comes in tonight 2-4 and 2-1 in region play. But we're going to give you a little bit more peek inside of how you can compare those schedules. Brunswick it's kind of, sometimes it can be tricky on what's deemed a good team, but hey, look, eyeball test, and you just know what you know. But the 3 good teams that Brunswick has played this year is, in my mind, was Statesboro, Glenn Academy, and Pierce County. That's kind of slim when you talk about Statesboro and Glenn. Neither one of those are in the top 10, but Pierce, of course, is coming off a 3A state championship from last year. But in those games, they combined for six touchdowns on the ground, 71 carries for 500 yards. 501 yards. Now, and here's a couple things that kind of stood out to me. 6 of their 8 turnovers from Brunswick was in those 3 games combined. Pierce County, Statesboro, and Glenn Academy. Brought that. You're kind of picking at things a little bit when you're looking at that, but when 6 of your 8 turnovers are against the only 3 good teams on your schedule, that does say a little bit.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, I'm anxious to watch the Wolfpack, and I'm anxious to watch this Thomas. The South Carolina, the big nose guard of South Carolina is recruiting right now. His number is 56, Keon Thomas.
Oh, Keon. Okay.
Yeah, just a junior. But yeah, it's hard to compare because Brunswick barely escaped a Glenn Academy team, and come to find out when we got here, one of the fans was telling me that Brunswick got like a ton of penalties called. They had like 2 touchdowns called back, 6 first downs called back. So you really can't tell from this because we don't know what occurred as far as penalties goes. The rain at Statesboro, we don't know about that. But tonight it's a clear night. It's going to be a good test for this Richmond Hill ball club. I could tell Coach Lazat had his game face on about 6 o'clock tonight when I was walking on the field. And he was ready. You could tell he might have been a little bit nervous too. I would be nervous too if I had the Wolfpack coming at me tonight.
Yeah, I hear you. And hey, Chip, here's another number that stands out at me, Mr. Stats Man. On the kick return game, Brunswick averages 9 yards of return. Guess what our average is for Richmond Hill? Now, we know how many kicks we've returned for scores. Well, number one, we've got 3 return kicks for scores, but our return average is 23. So when you've got a return game like that, that does help with field position, Chip.
Yeah, and I mean, I love that stat because when I'm a head coach one day, that's when I'm going to be pounding the special teams, because special teams is a silent killer for some of these bigger teams that are favorites. If an offense might not be better than the opposing defense, but if they can start on the 50 every time, I mean, eventually that nut's going to crack. So, I mean, if I'm a head coach, I'm going to be pounding special teams, and that gives a lot of Richmond Hill fans a lot of hope, and it gives me a lot of hope.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, and here's another one. 7 block kicks for Richmond Hill, 0 for Brunswick. I mean, that's basically a turnover. Oh, it's a turnover. I mean, it's a turnover no matter where it is.
Well, yeah, but if you got the Wolfpack back there returning punts, you're probably not going to go after it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But Richmond Hill's one of its strengths is blocking kicks. And, I'm always on the sidelines before the game, except last game I was in the weight room. Before the game.
As you said, breaking some ruckles.
Yeah. So, but I always watch the kickers, and Richmond Hill always has the advantage. I mean, that football in warm-ups coming off of Gilbert Brown's foot was just rocketing off his foot tonight. I mean, they were end over end. They were high. 27, the kicker, Aiden Stein, he was looking good. So I do think Richmond Hill has the advantage in special teams tonight.
It's time to go inside the huddle with the Cats.
We're going inside the huddle with the coaches show every week. What stood out to you, Brock, as far as what Coach Lazat talked about the other night?
He was talking about kind of like how he's ready to come after. He said he was ready to come after number 4. Number 4 team in the state. He's ready, man, we got a chance to knock off the number 4 team in the state. But then when I talked to him before the game tonight, he was like, it's just another game. We're not building it up as a number 4. Coach Lazat said that's the number 4 team in the state, and this win would mean a lot for his program.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, inside the huddle, as far as from offensive coordinator Joe Scott, I looked at some numbers as far as the improvement of Caleb Easterling, and we talked about it before last week's game, Chip, that we needed. We've had a decent running game, but nothing dangerous. We needed explosive plays. You can't always rely on the 70-yard score, but it was just in time because last week we had more explosive runs over 20 yards than we had all season. That makes a big difference on offense.
Oh yeah. And the thing that I look for in the run game is it depends on how you approach it. If you're running the ball to be dominant on the run game, it's going to be tough. But if you run the ball to open up the pass, I mean, it's a mutual relationship because when you run the ball, it opens up the pass. And then when you throw it over top, it opens the run. So you got to really be careful on your mentality approaching on how you play call here. But Richmond Hill, they're figuring it out very quickly.
And we talk about the dynamic situation going on back there, and a lot of some of it has to do with the improvement and the growth mentally and physically and emotionally of a true freshman. We're talking about a true freshman, Caleb Easterling. He comes in tonight, 37 carries, 207 yards, 3 scores, folks. In the last 3 games, 13 carries for 78 yards and 3 touchdowns. All 3 of his scores have come in the last 3 games. Up until, I would say, the beginning of this season, Brock, we asked Coach Scott before the game, how much has he physically grown? And I guess 2 inches, and Coach Scott just kind of looked at us and said more than that.
I walked by Caleb tonight on the sidelines, and, boy, he has gotten thicker. He might have gotten taller, but I know he's gotten thicker. But tonight's game is going to come down to the quarterback, Ty Golden, and see if he can stay hot.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and if you've been with us before, please allow me to thank you for inviting us back for another series of painting shows.
Bring 'em out, Who needs Bob Ross when nobody paints a better picture than Freddie House? When the smoke blows, the cat's coming out of the tunnel with Freddie House.
Sponsored by Bobby Wiedenkamp and Low Country Pond. That's who's sponsoring Out of the Tunnel. Hey, and tonight, just like we said, when the smoke blows, not everybody has the smoke blows coming out of the tunnel, but they do in Richmond Hill. It's a tradition, and they also do it here between the bricks. And Brunswick comes out in their normal home uniform, all blues, blue jersey with yellow numbers trimmed in white, and the collar around the shoulder and the two gold stripes, the blue pants, the blue helmets with the classic Brunswick yellow pirate on either side of the helmet, and the all yellow face mask, and some of them have pink socks and some pink t-shirts on for breast cancer awareness month. And as I look across the sidelines, Richmond Hill in their road whites. They've got their white jerseys with their black numbers trimmed in gold, silver breeches, and white socks, various colored shoes, and of course their all black helmet with the classic RHILL on either side.
Kick off this side of the Savannah River.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Japan and Bobby Wiedenkamp bring you Tony's Leather. It's time for the cats to get it on. It's time to build that hill, baby. Woo!
Gold's going long down that left hash to his guy Rayvon. Rayvon jumps up. Oh my goodness! You're not gonna believe it. Oh, Sherman Williams, you got some paint to sell tonight in Richmond Hill. Get your paint cans ready. Color me 6.
Yeah, what a throw. But even better catch.
First down at 15. Sorry. There's a give up the middle. Hey! You gotta get those paint cans ready. Color me 6. Tinkle. Bless reels it in the zone 4-yard line. Quickly across the 15-20. Slips an arm tackle. Breaks another one through a crack. There's the same Buford kicker to the ground. Across midfield. Go Tommy. Go Tommy. Go Tommy inside the 20. 10. He dances into the end zone. That's much more than a spark. Lord Jesus at the 5. Wildcat Nation. Pull out your paint cans. Color me 6. Zion Gilliard. Sing me that sweet music there, Lauren Hill. Oh, in the vein of Lauren Hill. Thomas Timbalati opened up the hole. They try to hit Trevor Sheen again. And we got the pressure. True freshman. Caleb Easterling picks it out of the sky.
I didn't know Tommy Bliss had that B button.
They fake to give to Rayvon Grant. They hit Ryan Steele. He catches it at the 20-yard line.
10 around the 50-yard line for Richmond Hill.
Richmond Hill picks up a first down there on 3rd down and 1. Sorry, folks, when you're running tech and calling the game at the same time, it can be tricky, so I'm not sure if you heard all of that. But we received the punt at our own 35-yard line, and 3 plays later, we picked up a first down at our own 46-yard line after 4.5-yard runs by Mr. Deagle. And then Yeasel, the true freshman, came in there and picked up 2 yards for the first down. And on 1st down and 10 from our own 48-yard line, Deagle again on the carry picked up about 1. So to set the stage now, we got 8:30 to go here in the first quarter. No score on the board. Richmond Hill's got it on their own 48-yard line. Goldrick takes a snap, little play action, and he's looking for Nick Bliss on that right sideline, and he's covered up. He's covered up pretty well out there.
Yeah, that could have been a flag, but that was 2 guys battling for the ball. But I'll tell you, interesting, Richmond Hill going deep early in the ball game tonight, trying to loosen up that Brunswick defense.
Yeah, and so far, when we had that pass play there, play action, Joe Scott, he told us before a ball game, we asked him in general, what's the plan? He's like, we're going to run it, and we're going to keep on running it. Yeah. It's worked well so far. We'll see what happens here on 3rd down and 9 from our own 49-yard line.
I guess he saw something in that Brunswick defense to go up top a couple plays ago.
Goldrick, play action, gets some pressure. The ball's on the ground. Brunswick picks it up at the 35-yard line, and they're off to the races. And Brunswick's going to score. I'm hoping for a flag. There is no flag. So just like that, the pressure gets to us.
Yeah, that's one thing that's been hampering Goldrick all year. Turnovers, and it's turnovers like that. It's not so much interception, but just fumbling the ball. And he did get under pressure. He tried to make a little move to buy some more time, and unfortunately got stripped out of his hands. And I tell you, this is one problem Richmond Hill team has had, is battling back from early turnovers and falling behind early, down 7-0, with only 4 minutes going by in the game.
Brunswick pinning the PAT here, and actually it's good right down the middle. They've got an early 7-0 lead. Folks, we'll go ahead and take this to live.
The question is not when it's going to stop, but who is going to stop it.
Now I got starting lineup for Richmond Hill. The Cats, go baby! Woo!
Sponsored by Low Country Pawn. Brunswick gets the kickoff, and there's another ball on the ground. And Brock,
get cute right now and run the reverse. Deep in their own territory. I mean, he caught about the goal line. He started headed towards the right sideline to set up the reverse, and as soon as he handed it off, did he hand off or did he fake the reverse? I think he faked the reverse, and anyway, his fumble. Richmond Hill is in trouble already. But Richmond Hill got a little too cute right there, trying to run a reverse on the kickoff return.
So Brunswick will have it 1st and goal from their 8-yard line. You mentioned it a minute ago, Brock. It seems like in a couple of the bigger games this year, we get down early because of a mistake, and that's been the same story here tonight. There's a give on the left side. He's going to pick up 3. It looked. We had him wrapped up around that line of scrimmage, but he battled in there for 4 or 5 yards, 2nd down and goal from the 5.
It don't matter how good your backs are. It don't matter. You got a D1 nose guard. If you're going to turn the ball over, that's the difference in the game right now. Not talent. It's the turnovers for Richmond Hill. And that's a touch. No.
And on second down and goal, I totally missed that. We're in the high press box, and there's a lot of windows, and some are open, some are closed.
Let's just say,
so I don't know what happened, Brock. I missed
Brunswick is knocking on the door. They're inside the 1 yard line, already up 7-0. That was just a straight give.
Yeah. Third down and goal from the 1 yard line. And there's another give up the middle. He's going to slash right across that goal line. That's Jacoby Hill's 9th touchdown of the year. And at the 7:05 mark, just like that, Brunswick is up 13-0. And
I'm assuming. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I assume Richmond Hill on that reverse on the kickoff return saw something on film that wanted to make them put that in. But let me tell you something. Brunswick was all over that reverse. I mean, they went the 10-yard line right after they kicked the ball. I mean, that was speed right there. And the return guy for Richmond Hill didn't have a shot.
Yeah, Finner and McLean in for the PAT, and it's good. You hate to see games start like that. I mean, this is the comment I made last week against Ebony County. A similar situation where we went up 28-6 about halfway through the third quarter. A similar scenario here. Obviously, the score is much different. The timing's different.
And talent is different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As far as Brunswick.
Yeah, as far as Brunswick.
Versus Effingham, of course. But the bad thing is, the score's 14-0 already with 7 minutes, just 5 minutes gone in the first quarter. But the good thing is, it's 14-0, and there's still 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. So it's going to be a long night. I hope it doesn't get longer than the last 5 minutes have been, but there's a lot more time to play. And one good note is we essentially will get a free possession later on in the game because we won the toss and deferred to the second half. So that's a plus. So now we got to go win this next 19 minutes here.
Will kick off.
I mean, that's the way you got to look at it now because between the next 7 minutes in the first quarter and 12 minutes in that second quarter, if Brunswick continues to dominate, it's going to be over by the time the second quarter starts.
Yeah, and this changes everything. Down 4, this changes the offensive coordinator Joe Scott's game plan, changes the Sox game plan.
Yeah, and they did something very similar there. Another reverse on the kickoff. And Grant received it at his own 4-yard line, and that time he gave it to Tommy Bliss. And Tommy Bliss had a decent return out to the 21-yard line. How many times do you see that, Brock? A lot of times you see if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it was totally broke on the previous kickoff, and they went back to it again. Like you said, there must have been something on film.
Yeah, they must have seen something on film because I will say there is a hole on that far sidelines in the kickoff team for Brunswick, and they trying to exploit it, but
there's a little RPO that time by Goldrick, and he sucks that defensive end in and gives it to Deagle, though. Deagle fights his way for about 2 or 3 yards.
But no, get to the 21-yard line high school football, I would not consider that a good return. You want to at least get it past the 30 in high school football. So let's see what Goldrick does here. Already giving up the turnover, already down 14-0. And this changes Joe Scott's game plan. That's the bad part about the turnovers. It changes the thought process.
Ryan Steele out in the flat. Nice gain of 5 yards. That'll make it third down and manageable here. We'll call it third down and 3.
Because I do believe Joe Scott want to come out and run the ball, and he still can run the ball. But now you got to throw it more than you had planned before the game started.
Third down and 3 now. Third down and 3, 5:58 to go. Clock on the move now. We've got it at our own 29-yard line. We've got Trips on the near side. Nobody on that far side. He puts Rayvon Grant in motion over there. And there's Nick Bliss in the flat. Picks up a nice block by Tommy Bliss. Picks up maybe 2 yards across the 30. But that's going to make it 4th down and 1. You don't think there's any way Matt Mazzana goes for this. 4th and 1 at his own 31. Well, there's the answer.
Yeah, you already got 3 turnovers deep in your territory. 2 turnovers. You don't want another one. But that was a pretty good, well-designed little screen pass right there. Bliss tried to fake the flare, come back inside, to get a little wide receiver screen there, almost picked up the first down. Well-designed play there by Joe Scott.
Gilbert Brown will be back at his own 17-yard line with 5:07 to go here. He takes the snap. Nice high kick, line drive kick. It's going to bounce around the 32 and get all the way inside to the 26, 25-yard line, folks. We'll take our first commercial break on regulation play. You're listening to Richmond Hill Football, powered by Express Employment. In the Wildcat Nation, I love some Papa's Pizza to go. Local owners John and Mary Cave, they love the cat. Guys, they hire local students and they invest in the community. And they host the biggest live tailgate show in Coastal Georgia. The Coaches Show with me and Brock, live Thursdays at 7. Catch Lazat, the players, the band, the fans, the cheerlead, from pizza to pasta and the buffet weekdays 11 to 2. And that caveman pizza, good gracious, don't even know what's on it. I went by to pick up a pie for a Wildcat Hoop broadcast last year, and John said I'd love it. Hey, Freddie, Tim, you guys can have that veggie pizza, but Brock, get your hands out of my caveman pizza. Papa's Pizza to go, 30 years strong. Gotta have it. You're listening to Richmond Hill Football, powered by Express Employment. And on first down and 10 from their own 26-yard line, Simmons on the left side for 6 yards. Make it second down and 4. Again, Brunswick got a commanding early 14-0 lead here after a couple turnovers, one special teams, one on offense. There's right side, Mr. Ramon Moore getting in the backfield. Stacks him up, stacks Simmons up a couple yards negative there. It'll be second or third down and 6 at their own 30.
Yeah, there was some penetration there by number 10, one of the Grant brothers, Moore brothers. And that's what I'm telling you. You got to get them tackle before they get started. And he got some major penetration. Got him in the backfield before he even got started. And we got interesting formation here from the Brunswick.
Yeah.
Pirates.
They got a bunch formation on the left side.
Plus a split.
Yeah, on the near side. And they've got a receiver split wide left. That would be on our near side. And that's going to be a false start on the far side by Kevin Thomas,
now,
receiver.
No. I think that they're not calling that on the linebacker from Richmond Hill.
I mean, the receiver on the far side jumped. I don't know. We'll see. Receiver. Yep. Okay. They're going to call it on the receiver, and it's going to make it third down and 10. A big help there. There's a field position spot right here.
How do you jump off sides if you're a receiver? You just got to watch the ball, literally. Just look down the line of scrimmage and watch the ball. I'd be calling his mom right now, telling him to come pick him up, take him home. If you're a receiver jumping off, that's ridiculous.
You better call somebody.
You don't even need to listen to the snap count. You watch the ball.
On third down and 11 now. They're on 25-yard line. Sutton Lewis takes the snap, drops back, looking for a man on the right side.
Uh-oh.
And, oh, boy, we caught a break there. Keon Leggett, and we heard from Kevin Price before the ball game. He's a dude on the outside, and he showed it there by streaking on that post, and the pass was just a bit too far.
Boy, Brunswick makes no bones about it. They might not throw a lot, but when they throw, they get their money's worth. That's already too long. He's thrown 2 passes. Both of them have been deep posts, and the receiver had a step on our defensive back. But fortunately, it was just a little overthrown by the quarterback from Brunswick. Still 14-0 though. But Richmond Hill does get a key turnover right there. Well, not a turnover, but it's about to be a turnover on downs.
Sutton Ellis, the Brunswick quarterback, comes in tonight 30 of 53, 412 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 picks. So they have not had very good play from the quarterback position. They hadn't needed it a lot of times. And there's a short line drive kick, bounces at the 40, and Rayvon Grant grabs it, wheels around, hits that B button, as we like to say, and gets it just across the 50, just inside Pirate territory. So it's hard to say that there is an early must-have drive, Brock, but you can't ask for much better field position than the nose of the ball right on the 50. You're down by 2 scores. We need a score.
Yeah, and I think Lazat would settle for 3 right now. You need to get some points off this drive. Take advantage of having the ball at midfield. Let's see what Joe Scott dials up right here.
First down and 10. Again, that nosing the ball right there on that 50-yard line. There's a give to Deacle. He's open on that right side, and I thought for a second he was going to break it. He ends up gaining 5 yards But in there on the tackle to close that really quick was Jamree Merriweather. Boy, he closed it up quick, Ron.
He looked like that was just a desperation arm tackle.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I thought he had it too, and he just reached that hand out. I mean, to me, that was a desperation. That was a good 5-yard gain, but it could have been a lot more if he could have broke through that arm tackle.
Yeah, that's a strong young man. You're right. He reached out with that. He looked kind of like long arm Mason making a play. Deacle, left side. He had a crack. They closed it up quickly. They got him at the line of scrimmage. So here we go, 3rd down and 5. You know, as long as we don't get I don't know. I'm already debating whether or not if we don't get the first down here on this play, what are we going to go for it? But I hope that decision doesn't have to happen.
No, I mean, that's going to be a tough decision right there. Myself, I would go for it. But when I would have called punt team, my teeth would hurt. And I'd have to go to the dentist the next day, but I don't know what Lazat's going to call here.
Oh, yeah, we're going to tell the people about your day a little later on, probably during halftime. But Goldrick takes the snap. That time, a little play action. There's Grant. He's trying to find on that far side, and Grant was covered up.
Yeah.
That Brunswick DB out there, he was having none of it.
Yeah, Goldrick threw that ball a little bit too late, but that cornerback was all over Ryan Grant. And there goes our answer. Lazat's going to punt the ball, try to pin him back. And I never really had a weapon like this punter for Richmond Hill. Gilbert Brown. I mean, like I said in pregame, he was rocketing the ball off his foot.
Yeah, he's averaging 44.6 yards a kick. Talk about a weapon. So he's standing right now with his heels on his own 40-yard line. He takes the snap, and he's going to angle this toward the right side. And it's a great kick. We hope it does not sail too far. He angled that toward that pylon. Did he get it inside the pylon? Yeah, or outside the pylon? Nope. They're going to call it a touchback. I think that ball was about 2-3 feet inside the pylon. So that's going to deem it a touchback. So Brunswick's going to come out 1st down and 10. Their own 20-yard line. With 1:45 to go here in the ball game. We're down there. Richmond Hill Wildcats down 14-0. Now, Brock, as far as the line of scrimmage and when there's not a turnover made, we're doing well at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Lazat wanted out that punt. That was only a 25-yard net punt.
Yeah,
but I think Lazat wanted something better than that.
He almost got his hand on it, did McCullough, but on the slant, nice pitch and catch there. They're going to pick up a 1st down out across the 35-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You said Brunswick don't like to throw the ball, but when they do, they're pretty effective here. And they got a new quarterback in. I'm assuming he don't look like no Wildcat quarterback to me. But that is a new quarterback in for Brunswick. I don't know why they switching quarterbacks.
Well, they run a 2-quarterback system, and he's normally the feet guy. Sutton Ellis, the previous quarterback, and talk about feet. There's left side, Reese Simmons, inside Richmond Hill territory, all the way down to the 32. Actually, that was Jacoby Hill.
Yeah, Jacoby Hill's got a couple of carries. You give it credit to number 8. I saw Jacoby Hill in warm-ups, and boy, you could tell that young man was ready to play. He was out there dancing, just having fun before game. I knew he was ready to play tonight.
71 carries, 579 yards, 8 touchdowns, 8.2 a carry. He got a lot more, unfortunately, than 8.2 right there. 1st down and 10 with just under a minute to go. We're down 14-0 at our 31-yard line. Andre Matthews almost gets him in the backfield, but Bodie Custer and company coming there to keep that from ending up a big gain. He picks up 2, maybe 3 yards. But you know, Matthews was inserted into that starting lineup last week, and he had a great game. He had 7 tackles, 7 solo tackles, and he was the Low Country Radio Defensive Player of the game.
Yeah, but I can already tell that ain't Effingham out there. This is a well-schooled, well-coached, very talented Brunswick team. So anxious to see how he does tonight.
And the quarterback in there now is Jeffrey Way. He's more their feet guy. He's the guy that's going to come in there and run the ball more. Sutton Ellis that was the starter. He's going to come in and throw it more. There's a run there. He only picks up about 1 yard, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 1. Short yardage situation here. Sponsored by Ricky Boder for Realty, and you hear in the background the buzzer goes off, but not before Brunswick. Not before Brunswick Pirates take a 14-0 lead. What you're listening to Richmond Hill Football on Low Country Radio. Sponsored by, powered by Express Employment. Brock, other than the obvious turnovers, thoughts of the first quarter?
I'm really impressed with Brunswick's passing. Like the AD said before the game, watch the Wolfpack. Well, I'm impressed with Brunswick's passing. They barely missed on 2 long pass plays. They completed one earlier to get this drive started. So that's what I'm impressed with. And I really, this is a must stop for Richmond Hill. I mean, I know it's just the second quarter, but they can't even give up a field goal here. So that offense has picked up a first down on their first drive, but they stalled the last 2 or 3 drives with turnovers, with 1 turnover, 1 on the kickoff return, and then they went 3 and out on another one.
Hey, folks, hit us up on our live text line, 803-622-3808. Tell us where you're listening from. Tell us where you're listening from. We'd love to give those shout-outs on air. We do a lot of them at halftime, but we do them off and on during the game, too. 3rd down and 1 now to open the second quarter. Short yardage situation sponsored by Ricky Boda for Realty. Way leads his troops out. Here's a gear right side. Up the middle, it's going to be a touchdown, Brunswick. And that's Jacoby Hill again. So 20-0, 21, pending the PAT. Brock,
Charlie, that was too fast for me. I was looking at my phone now. Next thing I know, you calling a touchdown. Look, I mean, wow. That was fast. Right when I said it's a must stop. And we didn't even think about stopping him on that play.
So 20-0, pinning the PAT 21. We'll see what happens here. McLean Finneran in there for the PAT. Tommy Bliss, pretty close to a block in that one. That's one of the things we mentioned in the pregame show with 7 block kicks on the season. But so far, Chip, block kicks don't matter. Block kicks don't even matter at this point.
Yeah, what I wanted to point out a little earlier was what Richmond Hill's doing to try and stop the run is they're bringing Tommy Bliss down into the box. So they're running more of a 5-3 look. They're kicking down a linebacker, putting him on the edge, and they're trying to funnel everything to the middle to those backers. But where that's a problem is you have a 1 high shell over top, which means there's 1 safety and 2 corners. So it's kind of hard to guard the pass and the outside run when you only have 3 total players not in the middle of the field.
All right, let me do our young coach here now. All right, you can't have a 5-3 without a nose guard now. So they've been running an even front.
Yeah, they got like 2-5 techniques out there.
Yeah, so that's considered a even 4-man front.
Yes, coach.
Chopping it up here on lowcountryradio.com. I hope we can.
Well, either one is not working right now, no matter what.
Yeah, and the drive chart that Chip Simmons has got going so far does not end well for Richmond Hill every time we've had the ball, and it's ended well for Brunswick every time they've had the ball, which common sense says it's not good. Tommy Bliss is going to take the kickoff at his own 9-yard line. He has a crease, gets it across the 25, 26 to the 27-yard line.
And see, Charlie, that's why I don't think you need that reverse on kickoff return. Bliss is a good enough athlete to where if he just finds a seam, he can hit that seam and go. He got the ball all the way up to the 29-yard line, whereas on the 2 previous reverses, fake reverses, didn't get Richmond Hill much. Just let Tommy Bliss go out there and make a play. Keep it simple.
We come out with 2 receivers on the near side. Rayvon Grant. And I believe that's, I don't know, I can't catch the number there. But nevertheless, on a little rub route, he hits Rayvon Grant on a skinny post. Has Nick Bliss in there providing the screen there. Nice play. And it's going to be right at the sticks, and they're going to move it. That's a Miter survey first down.
Well, Richmond Hill pulled both guards to the right on that play. Faked it to our running back number 30, Gilliard, and come back the opposite way with a slant pass. Well, another well-designed play. Had 2 influence blocks going to the right, fake the run going to the right, come back to the left to hit that slant.
Play game, first down, yardage ball, spotted on the 38.
First down and 10, just underway here in the second quarter. Opening possession, Goldrick takes the snap. And there's Mr. Steele out in the flat. He's going to get it across the sticks. Almost inside Brunswick territory, and that's another minor survey first down, so well-designed play.
Yeah, and that's a play we've seen many times this year. Just getting Ryan Steele out there. He comes up limping, and now he's limping off the field, and the replacement's coming in. But, yeah, we've seen that play many times this year where you fake a little run, hit Ryan Steele out in the flats. And picked up another Richmond Hill first down. So let's see what Richmond Hill can do on this very important drive with 11 down 21-0. 11 minutes to go in the half. I just hope. Go ahead, and I'll tell you after this play.
First down and 10. Goldrick on the right side of Rayvon Grant. Nice catch all the way down inside Brunswick territory, down to the 38. Finish that thought, Brock.
So I hope that the offensive coordinator, Joe Scott, does not lose any confidence in Ty Goldrich. But if you're going to come back from 21-0, you're going to have to throw the ball, and you're going to have to rely on your quarterback. So I'm hoping that he's going to stick with Goldrich throwing the ball, keeping up that hot hand.
Goldrick, two receivers on the near side. Nick Bliss and Rayvon Grant. Gilliard to his right hip. He gives to Gilliard. Gilliard trying to find a crack on the left side, and there's nothing there. They stack him up on the line of scrimmage. In fact, they're going to mark him almost 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to make it second down and 12.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball in order to win this ball game. Like I said, down 21-0, you can throw your game plan out the window by now. It's just, hey, what's the defense going to give me? Throwing the ball, and let's go get it.
Folks, I do know that we are ticking on and off the air a little bit. It's mostly due with our connection, but during the next commercial break, hang in there with us. We're going to take care of something to try to update that. And there's on a slant trying to hit Nick Bliss. And boy, did hit that Brunswick DB come in there and take care of business and knock that pass away.
Yeah, same play. Pull both guards to the right on some influence block. Faked into Gilliard going right, come out with that slant. Unfortunately, it didn't work that time. Goldrich was under pressure. And let me tell you something, our bread and butter running play, where we pull Zimbalati, you ain't called his name yet,
nope.
And the other guard to the right and run Gilliard. Brunswick is well schooled on how to defend that play tonight. They know that's the bread and butter, and they know how to defend it.
And timeout by Brunswick. We're going to take a timeout ourselves and try to update our BPS speed. Thank you for listening to Richmond Hill Football on Low Country Radio, sponsored by Express Employment. We'll be right back, folks.
See, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist.
Seafood. Good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all. From great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water.
And we're back on lowcountryradio.com trying to pick up the first down just inside Brunswick territory around that 41, 42-yard line, and there's a flag on the play. It's possible that could be a late hit.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. The officials are getting together and discussing it, and that's another mistake from Richmond Hill.
Got owner-operator extraordinaire old Freddie Howell rocking in the remote PC now. He's checking our BPS. When you're doing a remote broadcast, you're totally reliant on internet signal and Wi-Fi. And there's a little trick. I know we've got things squared away now. It's a little different. Here's a hint, folks. If you download, there's several apps, TuneIn Radio app, Zeno Radio app. If you download those two apps, or one of those two apps, and you find lowcountryradio.com online and you hit the play button, those apps will give a better stream, and sometimes when the connection is not great, it will continue that stream with those apps. Zeno Radio app, also the TuneIn Radio app, and there's a
offsides.
I don't know if that could change the thought process here inside Brunswick territory. They're looking at the sidelines. There's encroachment on the 4th down and 10 from the Richmond Hill or Brunswick 39-yard line. Instead of 4th down and 10, it's 4th down and 5 now. We're down 21-0. And for a second there, now they're gonna call a timeout, and Lazat's gonna think about this one. He's got a big decision to make. He's pacing those sidelines over, looking down at the grass. He's thinking, what you gonna do with Riverboat?
Oh, I'm going for it. I know this is a big call in the game. I was kind of shocked Lazat called that timeout. As soon as that penalty was enforced, I would have had that offense out there. But anyway, let's see what Lazat does here. If you're gonna win, if you're gonna beat Brunswick, you're gonna have to gamble. And now you're down 21-0. You're gonna have to gamble even more. So, you got to gamble. So I'm going for it. I don't know what I'm gonna run to get it, but I'm going for it.
All right, Chip, what's the play? What's the play call here?
Yeah, I'm going for it. I don't think there's any way you don't go for it here.
But what's your play call?
RPO probably.
Yeah, it's RPO or throw in the back. Oh, Steele's back out there, so I'm going to do that little thing to the flat and Steele.
Oh, Steele's back out now?
Steele comes out now. Gildrick's back out on the field, so we are going to go for it. Zion Gilliard on his right hip. Steele tucked away in that little flare back scenario behind your about 2 or 3 steps behind the line of scrimmage of what a traditional tight end would play. Nick Bliss on the near side, Rayvon Grant on the far right side, and he's going deep down the right sideline to Rayvon Grant. Make the catch. Oh! And Rayvon Grant went up to make the play, and it was difficult to tell. It was far across the field. Difficult to tell if the Brunswick DB actually got his hands on it, but I did see this. The ball hit him in the numbers, and it fell to the ground.
But that was 4th and 5, and Joe Scott decided to go for the end zone. So
yeah.
So, but you did see it fall out of Ryan Grant's hands because I saw double coverage out there.
Well, yeah, the double coverage. I saw the ball hit him in the numbers, and then the ball fell. So what was difficult to tell from this distance was whether or not Brunswick DB, got their hands up through there and knocked that ball away. But great pass by Goldrick. But you're right. It's tricky there to throw it deep on 4th and 5. And there's a nice play in the middle of that defensive front that Chip was talking about a moment ago. They pick up to maybe 3 yards on 1st down. So, I talked about we were down 14-0 at the 7-minute mark in the first quarter. Now we're in desperation mode a little bit, having to win the next 19 minutes. If we don't win the next 9 minutes of this first half, this game is in desperation mode.
Oh, Brunswick is not done scoring tonight. I can tell you that. Brunswick's going to put at least 2 or 3 more touchdowns on the board. So I do like the aggressiveness from Joe Scott. And Lazat going for it on 4th and 5.
And there's a carry on the right side. He's going to step out of bounds. I think they're going to mark him out around the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 7 from their own 37-yard line. 8.5 to go, down 21-0. Finish that thought, Brock.
Oh, like I said, Joe Scott tried to go for the end zone on that 4th and 5. I like the aggressiveness, and you're going to have to be aggressive to win this football game. Like I said, Brunswick is not even close to being done scoring. So Richmond Hill's going to have to get some stops and get some big plays.
3rd down.
3rd down now, 8.5 to go here, 21-0, and it was a bad snap. Picked up Andre Matthews. Andre Matthews provided the pressure, and there was Bodie Custer with a pick 6 opportunity, and it went right through his hands.
That was Custer. I thought that was our 53.
Okay, maybe it was Nowitzki.
I think Custer would have got that. Nowitzki's not used to, he did an interception last week, but you cannot let plays like that slip away if you're Richmond Hill. Against Brunswick, already down 21-0. you have got to capitalize on that. Because let me tell you something. He intercepts that ball, he runs for 20 more yards. And now you got it first and goal inside the 10. But he let it slip right out of his hands. Major opportunity missed for Richmond Hill.
And Brunswick's going to barely get that punt off. And it causes a short kick, and there's some extracurricular activity. And that's because they go after Gilbert Brown after the play. You should have thrown that flag earlier, Mr. Ref. There were three Brunswick special teams players going after Gilbert Brown and after he kicked. Now, I missed the tail end of that, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if Brock or Chip, did you guys get an eye on that?
No, I was watching the punt down here, but I'm sure that was Brunswick just trying to get into the young freshman's head, and, of course, it's the second man that always gets called.
Well, it was on Gilbert Brown, the senior punter. That's what I was talking about. They're going to call a 15-yard penalty. And
no, I thought that was 19 down.
Yeah, the senior punter, Gilbert Brown.
No, 19. Andrew Matthews, the guy blocking for him.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm correct. That was Andrew Matthews. He's the protector. Aiden Stein, or not Aiden Stein, but thinking about the protector we had on the coach's show a couple weeks ago. But Andre Matthews was the protector on that play. And
I'm sure Coach Lazard's giving him an earful right now. I mean, you have to keep your composure. I don't care. I mean, you have to keep your composure no matter what. I mean, they're going to get under your skin. You just got to turn and walk away sometimes.
First down and 10. That really hurts for field position. That's 15-yard penalty. So instead of around the 25-yard line, we've got it at our own 10-yard line. 21-0. A little over 8 minutes to go. Deagle right side. He's going to bounce around and get it all the way across the 15, 16-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, with a 21-0 lead now, these guys in blue jerseys are doing some talking. I guess they've earned it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got nothing wrong with that. That's what football's about. This ain't a knitting class. Go out there and talk a little trash. Ain't chess. Go talk some. There was some talking up here before the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we had some. So I mean, I know it's gonna be in the football field.
Right, and we're gonna handle that later. Didn't really have anything to do with us. There's right side, Mr. Deagle again. He's gonna pick up 1, 2, maybe 3 yards right at the sticks at the 20-yard line. And they're going to keep the chains there. Nope, actually, referee's going to call a timeout and ask for a measurement.
Is that Landon Hurst down?
55. Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's sophomore center.
And he is the center. Now, one thing I was noticing on the sidelines, and one thing Richmond Hill does a good job of, they cross-train every offensive lineman to be a center. I saw Zimbalati down there making snaps. I saw Sherrod down there. I saw Workman down there. So they do a good job of cross-training every offensive lineman to be a center. So that's one. So as far as getting the ball back there on the shotgun, Richmond Hill's got that taken care of.
We'll take a commercial break now. The injury of Landon Hurst. Landon Hurst is they're working on him out there. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back, folks.
Contracting 912-656-0968. When Noah sails the ark through your yard, call Robbie Oglesby with A+ Quality Contracting for all your seamless gutter and roofing needs. Opening our doors in 2004, we offer over 30 years of experience, and we promise we're going to treat you right. We love our community and are proud sponsors of several RHHS sports programs. Mention you heard our ad on Low Country Radio and get 10% off a full home gutter installation. Call 912-656-0968 or see us at aplusquality.biz. That's aplusquality.biz.
And coming out of the break with 7:13 to go in the second quarter, just like that, Brunswick's going to call a timeout on the defensive side of the ball here. Thank you so much to our sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without you guys. A+ Quality Contracting, Geo Vista Credit Union, Richmond Hill Pharmacy, Love Seafood, Magnolia Properties, Catherine Johnson at the Richmond Hill Bryan County Chamber of Commerce, McDonald's, I don't know which McDonald's it is, or maybe it's all the McDonald's, I don't know, but they got good stuff going on there. I've eaten a little bit too much McDonald's in the last couple of years, but I can't wait to get me a McDonald's breakfast tomorrow morning. Palmer Chiropractic, Miter Surveys, and Father's Pizza to go. And all of our naming rights sponsors, Express Employment Services owns the naming rights to Richmond Hill football, Smoking Pig, Pro Lift Garage Doors, Low Country Pond, Ricky Boater Realty, Miter Surveys, Coastal Hydration, Pro Lift Garage Doors, and we're back now. 3rd down and 1, a short one, sponsored by Ricky Boater Realty, and we need a first down here. The first time out of the Wildcat formation. Caleb Easton, the true freshman in there. Direct snap to him, looking for a crease. He gets it. He breaks it across the 25 to the 26-yard line, and there's a Miter Survey first down. Positive note there, Brock.
Yeah, that could have gone for a lot more. Brunswick stacked up to stop that 3rd and 1 play out the Wildcat, and Easton actually got to the 2nd level, but the linebacker made a shoestring tackle there to save it from being in the bigger game.
So first down and 10 with 6:53 to go. Remember, folks, I mentioned it earlier, looking for positives down 21-0, but one positive is we're going to get a free possession in a little while to retain or obtain the opening kickoff of the second half. And Deacle there picked up maybe a few inches, I don't know. Well, they're going to give him 1. We'll make it 2nd down and 9 from our own 27-yard line. So if we can put something together here with 6.5 to go in the second quarter, hold our own here, make it 21-7, and get the ball back and start in the second half. That's where we got to be shooting now. We got to win this next 6 minutes. We got trips on the far side. Deacle on his right hip, snap. He gives it to Deacle on the RPO. No, he keeps it, and Goldrick's going to be swallowed up back there by by Brunswick. That's defensive tackle, man. He really took care of business.
Yeah, I don't think that was an RPO. I think that was just a straight give by Goldrick because he rode Deacle, pulled it out. The receivers were blocking, and Deacle, as much as I love him, he's not really the most mobile quarterback in the state of Georgia. So that did not play into his strength right now.
Goldrick in the gun, of course, just like always. I believe that's Eastling on his left hip. We got trips on the near side. Tommy Bliss on that far side. There's a little play action, and we were trying to hit a screen, and Goldrick didn't even have time to barely get the pass off.
And there was no running back out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Easterlin should have been out there, and he stayed in and blocked. So some miscommunication there from Richmond Hill. Good play call on 3rd long, but terrible execution. But you can't be in 3rd longs down 21-0. You got to get positive yards on every play.
Yeah, if Eastling was out there, that probably would have gone for a big gainer because there were no blue jerseys on the far side of the field. Gilbert Brown's got his heels on his own 10-yard line. He gets the snap. That block was almost kicked. Stephon Stanley runs over Gilbert Brown. Now the question is, did he ever touch the ball? Did he touch the ball or did he not?
He had to touch it because that was a straight flag right there.
He cold-cocked Gilbert Brown. There was nothing dirty on the play. He was just trying to block the kick. The question is, did he get a hand on it or not? And, Gilbert Brown still kicked it 47, 48 yards down to the Brunswick 34-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Lazat was questioning the official there, and the official made the movement, slapping his hands together that it was touched. But like you said, though, I don't understand how Gilbert Brown even got up from that. But anyway, that would have been the 15-yarder.
Yeah, 50 yards on that punt. But, having seen Gilbert Brown a couple times at the coaches' shows each week, he's pretty strong. He's pretty strong. I can tell he works out, spends a lot of time in that weight room. Sutton Lewis back in, quarterback for Brunswick. Right side, picks up 2 or 3 yards with 5:02 to go here. So needless to say, Brock, if we want any shot at coming back in this game, this is a critical spot.
Yeah, we can go ahead and say that from now on out. Every spot's critical now, down 21-0. It's getting late in the first half. Every play from here on out is going to be critical to try to at least get a turnover. That's what Richmond Hill needs, is a turnover. They need to capitalize on it.
Kamori Simmons in the backfield now for Brunswick. 4.5 minutes to go here. Richmond Hill down 21-0.
Reverse.
There's a reverse. And we snuff it out pretty well over there. Mr. Dobson's in there on the play. Kamori Dobson. And also Andre Matthews in there on that play.
Yeah, that was the old school wing back trap right there where you bring the wing back inside from the wing position, pull the left guard, pull the right guard, let him pull. And there was a little hole there, but Richmond Hill did a great job of closing that hole. That was on our boy 53 side, Nowitzki, making that play.
Can't have much better name for that.
No, now he needs to get a haircut. But look at them black shoes out there, though, Charlie.
He's styling.
Look at no, that ain't styling. That's old school Dick Buckers.
That's what they styling.
Dick Buckers never cared about styling on no football field. He just wanted to play football.
And that's why I call it styling.
Oh.
Sutton Lewis on the snap. He's looking for a man on that far side, and he had two guys open on two stop routes, and he just flat missed both of them.
Yeah.
So we're going to get the ball back. Brunswick's going to – I'm going to knock on wood and make sure we don't make a big mistake on special teams here. Brunswick's punter is going to be standing on his own 40-yard line, and Rayvon Grant is going to be back right at his own 19, 20-yard line. He's looking over at Richmond Hill special teams coach, getting some instructions on exactly where to go. Brunswick punter comes out, and he does stand on his own 25. Line of scrimmage is at the 32. I probably just gave you guys too many numbers there. You're probably a little confused. I'll make it real simple now. The punt now lands at the Richmond Hill 33. Rayvon Grant picks it up, dances, breaks tackle across 35, 40. Go Rayvon to the 42-yard line. And if he would have broken that, he broke two tackles. And if he would have broken the third one, we could have had some Sherman Williams paint cans out.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play there by Raekwon, picking it up on the bounce going in the rim. But anyway, it worked out for him. He got a big play, but guess what's on the field, Charlie?
Hanky? Is there a yellow hanky?
It looks like a yellow flag down there around the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know who it's on. It could easily be on Brunswick. We just see
there is a flag now.
The flag down and holding against Richmond Hill.
Yeah, so that's our second penalty. Crucial penalty on. That's our second penalty. I was trying to finish the thought. That's our second penalty on crucial penalty on special teams.
Oh, okay.
The first one coming on the previous kick where we returned it out to the 32 or 33, and then the punt that went inside the 10-yard line, or was it it was the return? I'm sorry, folks. The punt return, it was returned all the way out to the 33, 34-yard line, and the unsportsmanlike conduct put it all the way back down and around the 10. And then now on the next punt from Brunswick, Rayvon Grant with a great return out to the 43, but the penalty now puts it at our own 18-yard line with 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Goldrick brings the troops out. He's got two receivers on that far side. Nick Bliss on the near side here. There's a give to Deke on the right side. He finds some room out there, picks up 4, maybe 5 yards.
Charlie, take away the turnovers from Richmond Hill. Give me the score of the game right now, you think?
14-7.
I'm saying 7-0.
Okay.
Because I don't think Richmond Hill would have scored because they weren't like we were threatening or anything.
True.
So I'm saying 7-0 because both turnovers set up Brunswick's first two scores. They did drive the ball on that last one. So you take away the turnover, it's 7-0.
Yep.
Brunswick.
I made that. I alluded to that earlier on. I said, hey, as far as line of scrimmage, is just playing man-to-man. We're doing well. We just got to stop making mistakes. And there's a late hit out of bounds. It should be. How can it not be? There's a high flag. And, some of that talk, late stuff going on, that time going to hurt the Pirates. They shoved Goldrick after he was a good step out of bounds.
They did more than shove him. They hit him out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be careful what I say here, but that's was not a good-looking play. It will give us a first down all the way out to the 40-yard line.
I'm sure Goldrick would take that hit for 15 yards.
Oh,
He's a tough kid.
Yeah, he's fine.
He'll say, hit me again for 15 more yards.
Hey, I know Mom Sarah and his daughter Katie, which is Todd's sister, are listening tonight. I can't remember where they said they were going, but Sarah said she'd be tuning in.
I wonder if they multitasking like me and trying to keep up with the Clemson-Syracuse game.
Well, it was a swim meet. It was a swim meet. That's where it was.
Oh.
2.5 to go here. We're down 21-0.
Now, I don't think I can multitask like that. Keep up Richmond Hill football, Clemson football, and a swim meet tonight. That's talent right there. I see where the son gets the talent from now.
2.5 to go here in the second quarter. I know it's the connection going in now. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Goldrick, he's looking for a man on the right side. He's going to overthrow him, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're trying to take away Raekwon Grant tonight. That was double. That was single coverage, but you had the safety rolling over, and he was well covered by the corner and the safety. And that's one thing that Brunswick has done tonight. Wouldn't you agree, Chip?
Yeah, we have on that play. We had the corner playing outside technique, knowing he has inside help from the safety, and I mean, that's great game planning, great execution.
Now that's a coach talk right there. That's a lot better there. Good. That's a good analogy right there. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Goldrick 2nd and 5, puts a man in motion. Ryan Steele, he ends up on that far side. Now Nick Bliss is on the reverse. He gets it. Where they're going to stack him up for a 2 or 3 yard loss. They were having none of it, Brock.
No, Nick Bliss just, I don't know if he quite had the speed to get outside on that play. He tried, but it really didn't fool anybody. If it did fool anybody, it still really wouldn't have, it would have got a minimal game. If you run a reverse, you want that to be a game breaker. You want to get it about 30 yards down the field. And that brings up third. If it don't, then it's a wasted play. All right, because you just wasted one of your trick plays. Go ahead.
3rd down and 7 from their own 43. Clock just under 2 minutes to go. Goldrick, couple claps, looks to the sidelines on the check with me. He's got Nick Bliss, Hayden McCullough, enveloping Raekwon Grant on that far side. Now he puts Deacle on his right hip here. Big slot here. Big slot. Minute and a half now as that clock moves down. A little play action for Deacle. Goldrick looking for McCullough. McCullough's tripped. You got to throw the flag. I know it might have been incidental. But you have got to toss it there. Yeah. I mean, Hayden McCullough had his man beat on the post. That was going to be paint can city. 6 points, and I'm not saying the DB did it on purpose. But the bottom line was the contact was initiated by the blue jersey Brunswick DB and should have been 15 yards.
I'm assuming that's what they're calling incidental. But yeah, Hayden McCullough was clearly touched, and it was accidental. So I'm assuming it was incidental.
And and my point is there's a big difference between incidental and accidental. But when you're toasted, and some foot contact, you gotta throw that flag. Now if they were both running stride by stride and that kind of happens, that might be a different situation. My goodness, what a spot there. Gilbert Brown, a little bit of movement there.
Oh, I thought Lazat was trying to challenge it. But Charlie, even the NFL has trouble calling pass interference. That's why a couple years ago they allowed pass interference to be challenged. So to me, that is the hardest call in football to make. Because you don't know if it's incidental or not, but yeah, you do make a good point. I think it did hinder Hayden McCullough's route.
Yeah, it's like a foul in basketball. It's accidental, but it's still a foul, and that's what happened there. Gilbert Brown still at his own 19-yard line. Takes the snap. Long line drive kick. Lands around a 30. Bounces around inside the 25. That's going to be a 46, 47-yard kick there. So, things have settled down a good bit. I mean, like you said, Brock, take away those you can't just take them away. They happened, and they were great plays by Brunswick on special teams on a kickoff return, and then on defense when they almost it would have been a sack on Goldrick, but they knocked the ball loose. So you credit them for making the play, but you take away those 2 turnovers, and we got a whole different ball game.
Yeah, and I still don't understand why Richmond Hill got fancy on those kickoff returns when you got Bliss and Raekwon Grant with 2 touchdowns. But anyway, that's why I don't coach anymore.
1:14 to go in the ball game. 21-0 you scored. Brunswick up for Sutton Lewis back in the ball game now. Again, Brunswick they normally do this. They run a 2-quarterback system. He's looking for a man on the right sideline, and he hits him. Nice pitch and catch out there by Kevin Thomas, and he's a young man, Kevin Price from 912 Sports. You hear him in the background a little bit handling PA here at Glen County Stadium. He makes a big-time catch on the far sideline there, all the way down to the Richmond Hill 37-yard line.
Boy, that quarterback about come by with his shoe to throw that go route there. And when Brunswick's passing game is working with that running game, they're going to be hard to stop. Richmond Hills, and they got to get a stop here with a minute and 5 seconds left to go in the second half, and he's about to throw again, the same play.
Sutton Lewis looking for his man down the sidelines again. Go ahead.
That was the Brunswick touchdown. Same cornerback got burnt again. And Le'Veon Johnson, that was 2. I mean, they just 2 plays, 70 yards. 2 long pass plays, same exact play, same exact cornerback on the coverage. And I tell you one thing, Levine Johnson tried to play that like a center fielder, not like a defensive back. He's got to run through it. Instead, he stopped and tried to jump, and that just don't work on a fly route. You got to run through it.
PAT. It's good. Brock, did that I know that little fender bender. I'm glad you're okay. Did that play with your brain a little bit? Levine Johnson, or is that Isaiah Levine?
Oh, man. Isaiah Levine. Good Lord. Well,
you were putting Levine and Johnson together on the spotting board.
I'm going to – why you – never mind. I'll just leave it at that. I thought that was a weird name. I said, we never said that name all year.
Who is Levine Johnson?
Isaiah Levine just got – I'm not going to say burnt. He had decent coverage. It could have been a lot better, especially on the first one. The second one, like I said, he tried to play that like a center fielder and stop and just try to judge the ball. That ain't going to work. The receiver from Brunswick kept on running and ran right under the ball. But I do think, Chip, what do you think? I think the hardest route to defend for a cornerback is the go route, because there's so many things you can do as a defensive back. You only need to do one. What?
For me, it's that or the double move.
Double move, yeah, that's always.
Same deal.
Yeah. But I tell you one thing, when I was a defensive back coach back in my early 20s, I'd spend about the last 10 minutes of practice with my group, and we would just work on defending the deep ball.
Yeah.
And everybody knew what was coming. They was like, Coach, we know what's coming. Why are we still working on it? And I'm like, because you know when a deep ball's coming. You can tell a fly route early in the route. But you still got to play it right. So we would always work on that for at least 10 minutes during our group time.
Is a family-owned and professionally operated real estate business since 1992. They offer listing and selling of homes, commercial property, and property management. The Barker team prides themselves on attention to detail with greater than expected customer service, and will help you locate your home or business, sell your home or land, or take care of your property in their property management.
We're back on LowCountryRadio.com. You're listening to Richmond Hill Football, powered by Express Employment. The Low Country Pond kickoff. Tommy Bliss reels it in around his 9 or 10 yard line. Decent return out to the 19. They're going to put the nose of the football right there on the 20. So with 53 seconds to go. 53 seconds to go.
Richmond Hill's come out in the look like they trying to do something here right before halftime. What do you think, Charlie?
I mean, why not? If they were down 21-0, maybe 28-0. I mean, you got to kind of go for broke now. They get Gilliard on that. They get Gilliard on that play behind the line of scrimmage. -1.
And I tell you, brother, we get shutting that bread and butter down. You ain't even said Zimbalati pulling out there.
I didn't catch it. They got the bars from the windows here.
The reason being is because you can't see Zimbalati pull because they're holding him, so he can't pull. They're well schooled on this student body right. Give it to Gilliard going to the right, and Richmond Hill's got to get back in.
There's Deacle up the middle on second down. He's going to pick up 9 or 10 yards, and that might be the last play of the first half. 28-0 your score, folks. Stay with us as always at halftime. And we'll have a good time with Chips Talk a few minutes about college football. We'll update our out-of-town scoreboard and the region scoreboard, see what's going on with Ware County and Warner Robins, Statesboro, Glenn, South Effingham, Benedictine, all in action tonight. Stay with us, folks. You're listening to now the halftime show sponsored by Chris Peterson at ProLift Garage Doors.
Palmer Chiropractic focuses on peak performance and wellness care for the entire family. Palmer Chiropractic is in-network for most insurances like Blue Cross Blue Shield, CoreSource, Ambetter, United Healthcare, UMR, Cigna, Aetna, and many more. Palmer Chiropractic supports our military members and their families. The office is located at the corner of Ford Avenue and Timber Trail in Parker Square, and they have very convenient hours. Call 912-756-3433. Palmer Chiropractic.
MITRE, GIS mapping, GPS, and survey. Servicing Chatham, Bryan, Effingham, Liberty, and Wayne counties. For all your surveying needs, contact the pros at MITRE. With 40 years of experience, you'll be in good hands. Services include lot, subdivision, construction permit, design surveys, and elevation certificates for FEMA flood insurance. For all your surveying needs, contact Mike Ferreira at 912-354-4145 or 912-657-3091. MITRE, surveying and mapping the Low Country for over 3 decades.
Pain is your body's signal that something is wrong and requires attention. At Palmer Chiropractic, we isolate the source and do our best to provide solutions, free of drugs and surgery. Remember, at Palmer Chiropractors, your health is our concern. Palmer Chiropractic proudly serves Richmond Hill, Midway, Georgetown, and Pembroke. To learn more, visit palmerchiroga.com or schedule an appointment. Call 912-756-3433.
I love bringing the action to Wildcat Nation. I love some Papa's Pizza to go. Local owners, John and Mary Kay, they love the cat. Guys, they hire local students and they invest in the community. And they host the biggest live tailgate show in coastal Georgia. The Coaches Show with me and Brock, live Thursdays at 7. Catch Lazat, the players, the band, the fans, the cheerleading, from pizza to pasta and the buffet weekdays 11 to 2. And that caveman pizza, good gracious, don't even know what's on it. I went by to pick up a pie for a Wildcat Hoop broadcast last year, and John said I'd love it. Hey, Freddie, Tim, you guys can have that veggie pizza, but Brock, get your hands out of my caveman pizza. Papa's Pizza to go, 30 years strong. Gotta have it.
General Jerome Adams, America's doctor. And all across our nation, we've taken steps together to slow the spread of coronavirus. Now we must continue to take personal responsibility to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Because even though not all of us risk a severe case of coronavirus, we all risk getting it and spreading it to others, maybe without even realizing that we're sick. So if we want to get back to school, back to work, back to worship, and back to overall health, there are things our country needs to do. We need to follow state and local guidelines, take extra precautions if at higher risk, wash our hands frequently, stay 6 feet from others when we can, and when we can't stay 6 feet from others, please, I'm begging you, wear a face covering. These small actions will make a big difference. So I'm asking you to say it with me, America. Coronavirus stops with me. You can learn more at coronavirus.gov.
And we're back on lowcountryradio.com. Charlie Moon alongside Brock Vinay. Then the one and only awesome student intern from Savannah Christian. He's a junior. Chip Horton. Chip's got some stats for us.
Starting out with Richmond Hill stats, we got the rushing. We have a total of 42 yards on the ground, averaging 2.4 yards per carry. Going out to passing, we got 46 total yards passing and 4.1 per carry, so mirroring ourselves on the Richmond Hill stat line as far as offense goes. Switching it over to Brunswick, as far as rushing goes, we got 93 yards rushing with 6.6 yards. Earlier in the game, we were holding their rushing yards, but just they lit it up with the carries of 39 and 21 there at the end. Moving on to passing, we got 93 yards passing and 13.2 yards per pass for Brunswick. So, yeah.
It's not a typical Goldrich night so far, not with the one turnover. And a little bit off tonight on the passing. Of course, Brunswick is trying to take away his main target, Raekwon Grant, double covering him. Charlie, what do you think? Is that what you see?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious. I know we hit the big 4th down and 5 play, a gutsy play call from Joe Scott, and he had Raekwon Grant right at the 5-yard line. And like you said, they got safety help over the top there. We couldn't tell if one of their DBs got a hand on that ball, but it was there, and the ball fell to the ground. So I don't know. That was one big play. But I mean, I agree with you guys. I mean, we the same bugaboo that has hit us in a couple big games is back at it again. Turnovers have killed us. Same thing now.
Go ahead. I still don't understand that reverse there on the kickoff, on the first 2 kickoff returns. They didn't really net a whole lot of yards and cost us more than helped us. And then Goldrich just unfortunately was under pressure, got the ball knocked out of his hands. And not only did Brunswick recover it, but it was a scoop and score for them. So they're capitalizing off turnovers as well. Has Richmond Hill caused any turnovers tonight? No? Yeah, that's the difference in the game so far.
I agree. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back on lowcountryradio.com. You're listening to the Halftime Show, sponsored by Chris Peterson and ProLift Garage Doors. We'll be right back,
folks. Our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist in the family.
Good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all, from great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water. Happy hour drinks and appetizers Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 6. $19 all-you-can-eat shrimp Thursdays, 4 to 8. 10% off an appetizer with a Wildcat game ticket. Go see manager Amy Hambrick at Love's on Chief of Love Road. Love's Seafood.
I want the Richmond Hill fans to get a load of the Richmond Hill band blowing the stadium out right now. My goodness, wherever you are, Wildcat Nation, the football game hasn't gone as planned here in the first half. But the Wildcat band under the direction of Dr. Danny King, just as we say with folks with music background and know some DCI, they just peeled paint here in Glenn County Stadium. That was I had to come back early from the break to give you guys a taste of that sound. I wish we could do it more, but a lot of times, depending on where you are, you can't get the sound. And that time, we are right smack dab in front of them, and there was enough sound coming through the windows here in the Glenn County Stadium press box, and there's some reverb in the press box, so it was actually, for a broadcast, usually reverb is very difficult to deal with, and it's not good. But in that case, the reverb was great because it allowed you to hear that sound that you heard. We're going to take one more short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard again, and we'll talk a little bit about the second half and figure out what in the world Richmond Hill is going to have to do To get back in the ball game, you're listening to the Halftime Show, sponsored by Chris Peterson, Pro Lift Garage Doors.
Palmer Chiropractic focuses on peak performance and wellness care for the entire family. Palmer Chiropractic is in-network for most insurances like Blue Cross Blue Shield, CoreSource, Ambetter, United Healthcare, UMR, Cigna, Aetna, and many more. Palmer Chiropractic supports our military members and their families. The office is located at the corner of Ford Avenue and Timber Trail in Parker Square, and they have very convenient hours. Call 912-756-3433. Palmer Chiropractic.
MITRE, GIS mapping, GPS, and survey. Servicing Chatham, Bryan, Effingham, Liberty, and Wayne counties. For all your surveying needs, contact the pros at MITRE. With 40 years of experience, you'll be in good hands. Services include lot, subdivision, construction permit, design surveys, and elevation certificates for FEMA flood insurance. For all your surveying needs, contact Mike Ferreira at 912-354-4145 or 912-657-3091. MITRE, surveying and mapping the Low Country for over 3 decades.
Pain is your body's signal that something is wrong and requires attention. At Palmer Chiropractic, we isolate the source and do our best to provide solutions, free of drugs and surgery. Remember, at Palmer Chiropractors, your health is our concern. Palmer Chiropractic proudly serves Richmond Hill, Midway, Georgetown, and Pembroke. To learn more, visit palmerchiroga.com or schedule an appointment. Call 912-756-3433.
I love bringing the action to Wildcat Nation. I love some Papa's Pizza to go. Local owners, John and Mary Kay, they love the cat. Guys, they hire local students and they invest in the community. And they host the biggest live tailgate show in Coastal Georgia. The Coaches Show with me and Brock, live Thursdays at 7. Catch Lazat, the players, the band, the fans, the cheerleading, from pizza to pasta and the buffet weekdays 11 to 2. And that caveman pizza, good gracious, don't even know what's on it. I went by to pick up a pie for a Wildcat Hoop broadcast last year, and John said I'd love it. Hey, Freddie, Tim, you guys can have that veggie pizza, but Brock, get your hands out of my caveman pizza. Papa's Pizza to go, 30 years strong. Gotta have it.
Sometimes I get a good feeling.
A little Flo Rida in the background here as we're wrapping up I'd say wrapping up. We're looking at the clock. Was it me? Or they put 25 minutes on that halftime clock? Because there's still 7 minutes left in halftime. And, of course, as normal, I'll probably add 2 or 3 minutes after that. And we're off the air again. I don't know why. It just keeps disconnecting from the Wi-Fi, from the hotspot when there's 3 and 4 bars in the hotspot. Don't know why.
Like you the one picking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new
little Flo Rida. I got a good feeling in the background there, and we need something to happen here early in the third quarter to have any kind of good feeling. It's Richmond Hill can hang in there and make a game of this. You know, it's possible. If we have a repeat of the first half, Coach, I mean, there's no way. But at least we do get the opening kickoff, and maybe if we can find a way to find the end zone on the opening kickoff or the opening drive of the third quarter, and then maybe find a way to cut it to 2 scores by the time the fourth quarter comes around. You know, might be in the ball. It's a tall order, but that's kind of the way you got to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you come out and you find the end zone, our offense we're moving the ball, but it's like we're hitting some kind of wall when you get right past midfield, and also we got some penalties we got to clean up. I mean, we can point fingers all day, but it's gonna be this team coming together and finding the end zone on the offense, and then that defense doing their best Richmond Hill in the first quarter impression and stopping the run, stopping the overhead pass, and really forcing number 17, the junior quarterback for Brunswick, to make some passes that he's not comfortable making.
Yeah, they do run a 2-quarterback system. Jeffrey Way and Sutton Lewis, the junior. He's their arm, and Jeffrey Way is their guy with the legs. And Sutton Lewis is not, like I said, Sutton Lewis hadn't had a really good season himself. Comes in 30 of 30 of 53 with 2 touchdowns and 6 picks. So if you feel like if you can take advantage of it, you can stop them in the air. But then they hit the big pass play there close to the end of the first half. But we've seen what we already know, and that they don't really need a game through the air when they got guys like Reese Simmons and Jacoby Hill. Folks, we're going to take another commercial break, and we come back. We'll be a little bit closer to halftime, and we got a couple shout-outs coming. So stay with us. You're listening to Richmond Hill Football on lowcountryradio.com, powered by Express Employment.
Love's Seafood. Good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all. From great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water. Happy hour drinks and appetizers Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 6. $19 all-you-can-eat shrimp Thursdays, 4 to 8. 10% off an appetizer with a Wildcat game ticket. Go see manager Amy Hambrick at Love's on Chief of Love Road. Love's Seafood.
Is an important step to protecting your health and your family. Richmond Hill Pharmacy can help you stay up to date on your vaccinations. We can administer vaccines to people 18 and older without a doctor's prescription, including flu, shingles, and pneumonia, and also administer the whooping cough vaccine with a prescription. Immunizations are important to help prevent dangerous and sometimes deadly diseases. People of all ages should be immunized to protect them from serious diseases, especially as we get older. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, offering immunizations is just one way we're committed to improving the lives of our customers. Filling prescriptions should take minutes, not hours, and we fill most in 15 minutes or less. We also offer prescription compounding and health screenings. Plus, we can ensure you take the right meds at the right time with services like our HealthMinder prescription refill reminder program, bubble-packed meds, and MedReady automatic medication dispenser. It's time to see what Richmond Hill Pharmacy, Hinesville Pharmacy, and Medical Center Pharmacy can do for you. Stop by today or visit us online at Richmond Hill Pharmacy.
The Barker team of RE/MAX Savannah and Magnolia Coastal Properties is a family-owned and professionally operated real estate business since 1992. They offer listing and selling of homes, commercial property, and property management. The Barker team prides themselves on attention to detail with greater than expected customer service and will help you locate your home or business, sell your home or land, or take care of your property in their property management portfolio. The Barker team of Coastal Georgia. Live, work, and play here. Call them at 912-756-6888 or look them up on the web at liveworkplayricmondhill.com.
Hey Richmond Hill, it's Katherine Johnson with the Richmond Hill Bryan County Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to shop, eat, and play local. We have so many wonderful local business owners here in Richmond Hill and Bryan County that need our help now more than ever. For an updated list of our current members, you can visit our website at www.rhbcchamber.org, or for daily updates, you can follow us on Facebook at Richmond Hill-Bryan County Chamber of Commerce.
How can you make McDonald's hot and deliciously juicy Quarter Pounder even more delicious? One word: bacon. The new fresh beef Quarter Pounder bacon or deluxe. 2 new ways to leave you speechless. Pair it with any size soft drink for just $1.
Palmer Chiropractic focuses on peak performance and wellness care for the entire family. Palmer Chiropractic is in-network for most insurances like Blue Cross Blue Shield, CoreSource, Ambetter, United Healthcare, UMR, Cigna, Aetna, and many more. Palmer Chiropractic supports our military members and their families. The office is located at the corner of Ford Avenue and Timber Trail in Parker Square, and they have very convenient hours. Call 912-756-3433. Palmer Chiropractic.
MITRE, GIS mapping,
And what you hear there in the background is kind of how Richmond Hill is going to have to play here in this third quarter to have any chance. Like we mentioned earlier in the halftime show, sponsored by Chris Peterson and Pro Lift Garage Doors. We're going to have to score on the opening drive here, down 28-0. I mean, it's kind of needless to say. We need to score every time we get the ball in the second half to have any kind of chance. But first things first, we got to score on the opening drive and then try to win the remaining minutes of the third quarter. I feel like I've been saying that all night. And try to make it at least a 2-score game or better going into that fourth quarter to have a chance. It's tall order. It's easier said than done. You can talk about it, you can say it, but easier said than done. I know right now Chip's got some more updates on that out-of-town scoreboard.
Starting around the state, we got Burke County versus Thompson. The score I have through 1 is 0-7, but we're working on getting some score updates on that. Ware County versus Warner Robins, as far as I've heard, 19-0 in the second quarter. Then we're going back into our region. We got Glen Academy versus Effingham, 13-7, Glen over Effingham. And then a shocking score to me, at least, Bradwell versus Statesboro. We have Bradwell over Statesboro 6-0 right now through 2. I mean, that's crazy to me.
Let's freaking go, Bradwell Tigers. I've been cheering you guys on since last spring when they hired Deshaun Brock. And I've been saying it, late in the season, they're going to clip somebody that most people don't think they should. I mean, it's only 6-0. We'll see what happens. But they're getting better, and that program's going to go in the right direction. But anyway.
And then we're brought back to expected land. We got South Effingham versus BC. BC's up 28-7 over South.
Yeah, I'm like Brock. I was kind of shocked that we called their game at Matter, and I said it to my guys Chris Mooneyham and Brandon Joseph on 680 Fan, the high school scoreboard show. I said Matter, and I said this the first week. I was like, Matter is going to win the single A state championship, and they're not disappointing so far. But I mean, South Effingham, their offense looked great for first night, scoring 31 points. But since then, it's been tough.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on down there at South Effingham. Like Charlie said, they impressed both of us that night, especially the quarterback, and they just can't seem to put it together here late in the season.
I want to give a very special shout out to Sage Muse, always tuning in to us on Friday night, whether she's at the game or not. And it was either 2 or 3 weeks ago, I made a comment about, that young fella's got some quick feet, hustling out on the field around around the far hash to. It was after a kickoff, I believe, and there's always got to be somebody to go out and get the tee and the tee before the next play. And little did I know it was one of Sage's sons, Dalton Hale, is a freshman in the Richmond Hill football program. So I imagine either next year or the year after that he'll be wearing a Wildcat uniform. He's wearing a Wildcat uniform now, but wearing it on the varsity level. So shout out to Sage Muse. Shout out to Larry and Linda Moon listening on the patio. I don't know if they've got it party style going out there in Birmingham, Alabama, which is where I'm headed after this. Don't worry, folks. I'm not driving all night. I'm going to drive about halfway and stay overnight and get up early tomorrow morning and go and hang out and watch my awesome niece play a soccer match, 7 years old, and then watch the Dogs and watch college football all day tomorrow. And there's the opening kickoff of the second half. It's short, and it's out of bounds, and, hey, that's a positive note. We're going to have it at our own 35-yard line, Brock.
Yeah, that's the best field position that we've had after a kickoff return all night. So let's see if we can do something with it. And in order for Richmond to get back in this game, you might want to ask Chip that, because I don't know if I got the answers. All I know is it's going to take at least 3 or 4 big plays.
Yeah, you was off upstairs getting pizza, and we discussed that then. But bottom line, correct me if I was wrong, Chip. I mean, he said, hey, we got to put points on the board earlier and just kind of hang on from there.
Yeah, move the ball, explosive plays, and go back to first quarter defense.
Who do you think is the most explosive player on this Richmond Hill offense?
Rayvon Grant, but he's being
taking him away, aren't they? Yeah. So
opening play of the third quarter here. Goldrick gives it to Deco. He dances around, finds room on that outside, on the left side. And it's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards up to the Richmond Hill 40. So, and I see Thomas Zimbalani, the true freshman, 6'3", 295 pounds. He was trying to get off the field on his own, and now he's down. He's holding his head. And it's not good. I'm gonna go ahead and go to commercial break. We'll come right back while they help one of our favorite young players out.
Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases, and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist in the family.
Good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all, from great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water. Happy hour drinks and appetizers Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 6. $19 all-you-can-eat shrimp Thursdays, 4 to 8. 10% off an appetizer with a Wildcat game ticket. Go see manager Amy Hambrick at Love's on Chief of Love Road. Love's Seafood.
We're back just in time. 11:30 to go. Opening drive. 2nd down and 5, and now it's going to be 2nd down and 10. False start. And you mentioned it earlier in the second quarter. How do you end up with a false start on a receiver? It happened against Brunswick. This time it happened against the guys in white.
Yeah, and it was Tommy Bliss. He knows better than that. He's too good of a football player. I guess he was just anxious to get into his route, and jumped off sides, cost Richmond Hill 5 yards, and you can't get back in the ball game like that.
Nope. It makes things difficult if you're a play caller, especially when you're struggling to continue drives. With Deacle and pulling from his that's Ian Donovan pulling from the right side. He opened up was a lot of room on that left side. I thought he was going to pick up more yardage, but credit that linebacker Gore from Brunswick closed it up. He picked up only a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 from our own 43 to go here. Just underway here in the second half. Opening possession. We're down 28-0. The Brunswick Pirates. Goldrick. On the gun. He's got Zion Gilliard on his right hip. And check with me here. We run that old check with me. I'd say 1 out of every about 4 or 5 plays. Goldrick drops back, looking for somebody, breaks some pressure. He's flushed out of the pocket, wheels around, hits the B button, gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 40 to the 41-yard line, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. And they're going to bring on Gilbert Brown here to punt it away.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I mean, Goldrick had time to throw the ball, I guess. Well, Brunswick has been sticking like glue to these receivers all night, so I'm assuming that's what was going on downfield, because I was watching Goldrick because he had time set up in the pocket and still couldn't get the ball off. But unfortunately, he didn't take the sack. He stepped up and turned a negative into a positive, but still brings up a punt situation for Richmond now.
Gilbert Brown standing on his own 26, and Brunswick again runs over Gilbert Brown. This time hurt, but that time they definitely affected the kick and got an arm on it, and it wobbles around. Somehow Gilbert Brown still ended up with let's call it a 36, 37-yard kick. I mean, oh my goodness. I just think it's incredible what Gilbert Brown does as a punter.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing, he's not getting any help up front. I've never seen Gilbert Brown get under pressure like that except the Northside game. And that's twice that Brunswick has got a hand on the ball and come close to blocking it.
First down and 10 with 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Richmond Hill down 28-0, trying to find something positive here. There's Brunswick right side. He's going to off tackle, pick up 3 or 4 yards.
Now, if you Richmond Hill, you want to take something positive out this second half. 28-0. That is a mountain to climb against number 4 team in the state. But you definitely want to win the second half, like you've been saying all night.
Yeah.
Just win the first 4 minutes. Win the second half. Yep. I think that was the message at halftime. Let's go out and just win the second half.
Take it in chunks, make some positive things happen. 28-0, 9.5 to go. Brunswick second down and 6 from their own 28-yard line. There's Simmons right side. He breaks through the line, and he gets across the chains to the 38-yard line.
Now, Charlie, think back to Westlake last year.
Oh, goodness.
You play Westlake, this Brunswick team, against last year's Westlake team. Give me the score.
47 to 17, 47 to 21. Okay. That's how good that Westlake team was. I know you didn't get to see them, but
so Brunswick's the 4th team in the state, but they still, you don't think, got a ways to go to compete with the Westlakes and the Bufords and the teams like that, right?
Yeah, 9 minutes to go. Yeah, hey, Brunswick's team is good. They've been all as advertised. This way. There's a little bunch formation in the backfield. And who makes that stop? Is that Goodner? We'll see who comes up off the bottom of the pile. Goodner was in there on the play, but Matthews is going to be credited with it might be a half tackle there for Matthews and a half tackle for Goodner. They were both in there on the play, though.
Yeah, Brunswick tried to run that little wingback trap again for absolutely no gain there. That was sniffed out quickly by Richmond Hill.
And with 8:13 to go here, they've got a second down. They've got them behind the chains where they want them. Second down and 12 from their own 37-yard line. Stay with us, folks. The Richmond Hill Wildcats are not going to give up. They're going to keep fighting. In the flat, he overthrows his man out there. He was looking for, he was looking for Sean Wilson. He just overthrew him.
Brings up third down.
Yeah, and I was talking to the PA announcer before the game, also the AD, the guy we had on, and he said that those 2 pass plays right before half by the other quarterback,
Sutton
was the best 2 throws he's made all night. I mean, all year. All year.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. So, it's just, Richmond Hill, it's just not their year right now. It's just not their year right now. Yeah, those breaks.
Yeah, you talked about the breaks a lot last week. And there's Jermaine Way. He was looking for a man downfield. We had everybody covered up. He gets across the line of scrimmage. There's going to be a flag thrown at the end of the play, and no helmet now on the field. I mean, it's number 96. Or no, that's 95. That's Goodner. And they throw the flag. I don't know if they're going to get a face mask. Did that rip the helmet off or not? I don't know. We'll see.
I thought it was a horse collar on Richmond Hill, but now I might be wrong on that. Looks like I was wrong.
Well, we'll see. That flag's still sitting in the middle of the field. No call yet. They made the tackle around that line of scrimmage. Credit Mr. Way. He showed there why usually when he comes in, it's a running package. That time he dropped back. He's looking for somebody deep, and they're going to get a 15-yard.
Horse collar, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I didn't see a signal, but that's probably what it was. Regardless, it's a 15-yard penalty, and it moves it down inside. That's what it was. I wonder if that was the situation. You hear Kevin Price, PA in the background, when his helmet went off, when Goodner's helmet went off, he's supposed to dead stop and get off the field. He continued with the play. I mean, you can't blame him. That's what the penalty was. There's Simmons, left side. Bodie Cussler gets in there from his outside middle linebacker spot, makes the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, I never knew that. I thought that was a college thing where you had to stop. I didn't know that was a high school rule as well.
3-yard pickup.
I learned something now. I could have sworn that was a horse collar tackle.
7.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Richmond Hill just trying to hang in there by skin of their teeth here, so to speak, trying to give themselves a shot heading into the fourth quarter. But right now, Brunswick is efforting another scoring drive inside Wildcat territory at the 40. On second down, he's got a man wide open on the post. He hits him around the 7 or 8 yard line. He spins, he dances, and Terry Mitchell, he's going to be knocked out just before he scores down to the 2. They're waving their arms as marking him out. You hear the gun in the cannon in the backfield. They're clearly marking it at the 1 yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Charlie, that should not have happened. That was a moon ball thrown by Jeffrey Way. I mean, that ball hung up in the air for almost, 15 seconds.
Seemed like
and nobody from Richmond Hill made a play on it. The receiver clearly got behind the defense there and just, I don't know.
First down and goal from the 1 yard line. Reese Simmons, left side. Small crease, and that's all he needed when he only needed 1 yard. The Pirates take it in for another score. That's going to make it 35-0 with 34 with 35 pending the PAT.
Yeah, like I said, we knew this was a young Richmond Hill ball club, and it showed all year. There's been really no experience shown on this ball club, and like we was talking halftime, they might be 1 year away,
roster-wise,
but the time is still now.
Oh, yeah. You can't ever pass up every opportunity. COVID has taught us that in the last year and a half, 2 years. Every day is a blessing. PAT's up through the middle and back to the, I don't know if it's the Brunswick, I don't know what the title is, the Brunswick Touchdown Club, Pirate Touchdown Club. Got a nice touchdown club area over there in the end zone. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back on lowcountryradio.com.
Immunization is an important step to protecting your health and your family. Richmond Hill Pharmacy can help you stay up to date on your vaccinations. We can administer vaccines to people 18 and older without a doctor's prescription, including flu, shingles, and pneumonia, and also administer the whooping cough vaccine with a prescription. Immunizations are important to help prevent dangerous and sometimes deadly diseases. People of all ages should be immunized to protect them from serious diseases, especially as we get older. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, offering immunizations is just one way we're committed to improving the lives of our customers. Filling prescriptions should take minutes, not hours, and we fill most in 15 minutes or less. We also offer prescription compounding and health screenings. Plus, we can ensure you take the right meds at the right time with services like our HealthMinder prescription refill reminder program, bubble-packed meds, and MedReady automatic medication dispenser. It's time to see what Richmond Hill Pharmacy.
Just in time on air here with 6:40 to go. Brunswick out for the kickoff after running that score up here a little bit, 35-0. Those words may have been incorrect, and I'll explain after this play. Rayvon Grant reels it in at his own 10, 11-yard line, and Chip Horton throws his hands up, and so do I, because I thought for a second there he might take it to the house. But still a great return, close to midfield, about the 47, 48-yard lines. I said, running up the score. I did not mean that there was anything unsportsmanlike going. No, I mean Brunswick's just playing great football, and the game's not over yet. It's 35-0. It's still 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So, if you're some Brunswick area folks listening, say, "Hey, that guy from Richmond Hill is talking junk about our guys." No, there's nothing. That was probably the incorrect word to use. They've just made several more big plays than us, and on that drive, it was actually not a great pass, and our secondary just did not make the play, and they end up scoring, so credit to them. And there's Deacle. He gets stacked up after a gain of about a yard.
Well, I thought Deacle had something going up the middle. Then next thing I know, the defender from Brunswick comes in there and pushes him about 4 yards back. Wow. Not only are Brunswick playing good offense, they're playing good defense, shutting Richmond Hill out through 3 quarters so far.
6 minutes to go now, 2nd down and 9. From our own 39-yard line. Score again, 35-0, not going our way. A few turnovers at the wrong spot, and there's going to be another 15-yard flag. It's got to be. We look for our guy deep downfield, Easterling or Rayvon Grant, but same exact thing that happened there to Brunswick defensive player happened to our defensive player. The helmet comes off, and there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They're continuing to play, and because of concussion rules and emphasis on safety, they're supposed to just stop and get out of the way. But if they don't, they continue with the play at the 15-yard penalty. And that's what happened there. So we'll gladly take the first down, and we'll get it across midfield close to the 46, 47-yard line. We'll take anything we can get now.
Yeah, Goldrick is not getting the time back there like he was last couple of weeks. I mean, he's been flustered all night. He's having to buy time. That ball to Raekwon Grant was well underthrown. I mean, well underthrown.
Yeah, and I think it's because, like I said, his rhythm got disrupted, and by the time he released that ball, it was probably 2 or 3 seconds after he intended to release the ball because of that pressure. He can only throw it so far. But Goldrick brings his troops out now. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And Matt Lazat and Joe Scott see something they don't like. I see some assistant coaches across the way with some disgusted looks. Unchoice words is what I like to say. Yeah.
Was that Joe Scott I saw on the sideline? Remember, that was interesting. We was talking to him before the game about how he goes up in the booth and he can make his own decision whether or not he wants to go to the sidelines or not at halftime. And he said if things aren't going well, he's on the sidelines. Well, I'm assuming we're going to see him on the sidelines right now because things aren't going as planned. I mean, Richmond Hill, they got totally knocked off their game plan at beginning early tonight.
Hey, again tonight, it's a positive thing for me personally. I mean, who knows what the score will end up with the Bradwell-Statesboro game. But, I mean, if Bradwell can find a way to upset Statesboro, that place is going to be jumping. They're so excited about some of the changes that have been going on around there. And not just the coaching situation, but basically, long story short, district administration has finally decided after 20 years of making some, let's just say, not so great decisions when it comes to athletics, finally decided to kind of, do their thing and allow athletics to do what they're supposed to do. And it's, we'll see it happening later on as we go forward. And hopefully Bradwell can pull out an upset win tonight. And there's another positive thing for Richmond Hill right there. Zion Gilliard about 5 or 6 yards off that right side.
Yeah, now they need to run a pass off of that. Because they didn't get that end zone quick. 35-0. It might be a little too insurmountable. But like I said, at least they can win. Like we've been saying all night, just win this part. Well, they ain't won any part all night. Right.
Hadn't happened yet. You're right.
So maybe they can win in the next 5 minutes.
Let's take it like 30 seconds. How about 30 seconds? We can deal with that. Goldrick will play action. Looking for a man over the middle. Rayvon Grant catches it on the post pattern, and he almost broke free for the score, and he gets down to the 21-yard line. I believe this is our deepest penetration of the night.
Oh, it's not even close. This is our deepest penetration by about 20 yards, I think.
So it's first down and 10 at the 21-yard line. We've got two receivers on the near side. Rayvon Grant on that far side. Well, we like that one-on-one matchup with Rayvon Grant, but credit to Brunswick defensive backs who are playing it well tonight. There's Zion Gilliard off that right side. We had him on the coach's show the other night. And there's another, and there's an unsportsmanlike conduct. The referees, I've mentioned way back to the second quarter, they should have been controlling it then. Sooner or later, something was going to happen. And, I mean, that situation could have been more ugly. Just a little bit of fisticuffs. It will stop quickly, though. We'll see. There, the flag's thrown. We'll see what they call. It's probably going to be penalties going both ways. They're discussing it now. But, I
don't exactly. I've never understood offsetting penalties. Yeah. I guess now at least you get a warning. But I've never in my life understood offsetting. Why even waste your breath on them? I mean, nobody's going to benefit from it.
Yeah. I remember old Ron Cherry. He was an ACC referee. And there was a play. This was like in the late 1980s, and I'll never forget it. And I still joke around with some friends of mine and my brother. Hey, well, we see Ron Cherry reffing a game because, believe it or not, he still refs some college football. And he came out there, and there was a play NC State, and they're going to mark it off half the distance to the goal line. So the call was late hit or fisticuffs on Brunswick. And he came out there, the NC State was well after the play, and he was just shoving a guy's face into the ground, and Ron Cherry came out and called it unsportsmanlike conduct, and he said, giving him the business, and we don't like that. But anyway, 4.5 to go.
Ron Cherry was a good college football player in his own right as well. Played quarterback, if I'm not mistaken.
On the Wildcat, we fake it to Gilliard. And Easterling on left side. He's going to find room. And for the first time tonight, get your paint cans ready. Color me 6 with 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Easterling gets us on the board.
Wow, Richmond Hill made that drive look easy. I don't know where that's been all night, but they actually made it look easy. They drove right into the teeth of that defense, mixing it up with the run and pass.
So 4.5 to go here. Aiden Styon is going to come out with a PAT. Ben Heathcote, backup quarterback, sitting right down on that 10-yard line. Is going to take the snap. When he makes the call here, he does. He has trouble with the snap there, but he hangs in there, gets it on the ground, and Styon's kick is up, and it's true. Folks, again, we thank you so much to our sponsors. I'm not going to go to a commercial break right now. I'm going to thank you personally. A-Plus Quality Contracting, Geo Vista Federal Credit Union, Richmond Hill Pharmacy, Love Seafood, Magnolia Properties, Katherine Johnson in the Richmond Hill, Bryant County Chamber of Commerce, McDonald's, Palmer Cairo, Miter Surveys, and Papa's Pizza to Go. That doesn't even include our naming rights, owned by Benny Sanchez and Express Employment, and our individual naming rights, Pro Lift Garage Doors, Smoking Pig. Boy, they got some good barbecue sandwiches there. Low Country Pond, Ricky Boda from Realty, Coastal Hydration, and that rounds it out with our sponsors.
Bodiford, that should be a football coach's name, not a...
Bodiford?
Yeah, Bodiford. Coach Bodiford. I ain't as good as Coach Dragon. Coach Bodiford, that's a good football coach's name right there.
A long kick on the Low Country Pond kickoff, and there's a wide red sea right there. And thank goodness that Aiden Styon came in from his kicker roll and cut down the angle, or that was going to be a Brunswick touchdown. We fortunate to get him around their own 49-yard line.
That's what I'm saying, Charlie. You don't need to get fancy on the kickoff return. Just do a little cross blocking on the return, because get some angle blocking going on and just hit that middle, and it's a straight shot to the end zone. Good return there, good field position for Brunswick.
Folks, we've had a couple messages. I do understand that our broadcast has kind of gone in and out a few times tonight, probably more times than we wanted, but we're relying on a Wi-Fi signal here, and there's not much to be had. Simmons or Jacoby Hill on the carry there, 25 yards down to the 30-yard line.
Now, apparently, Jacoby Hill is the alpha wolf of the wolf pack. They were telling me he's the alpha wolf. He is the leader of that wolf pack, showing it tonight.
And there's Jacoby Hill again. He's going to get all the way down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9.
Another 21-yard pickup. First and goal, Pirates. Direct snap to Jaden Drake.
Quality Contracting, 912-656-0968. When Noah sails the ark through your yard, call Robbie Oglesby with A-Plus Quality Contracting for all your seamless gutter and roofing needs. Opening our doors in 2004, we offer over 30 years of experience, and we promise we're going to treat you right. We love our community and are proud sponsors of several RHHS sports programs. Mention you heard our ad on Low Country Radio and get 10% off a full home gutter installation. Call 912-656-0968 or see us at aplusquality.biz. That's quality.biz. 912-656-0968. Let us get you covered for all your roofing and gutter needs.
We're back on lowcountryradio.com on just in time for second down and goal from the 6-yard line. Sutton Lewis takes the snap. Gives the Hill around that left side. Kamori Dobson coming in there trying to make the play. Gets him from behind, wheels him around that 1-yard line. And I believe he loses the ball into the end zone. Takes a couple bounces. It's free, but it looks like they're going to call another Brunswick Pirates touchdown. I guess, Brock, when Mr. Dobson got in there to try to make that play and wheeled him around, I guess the referee's view was that, hey, when you wheeled him around, Hill was able to, carry that ball across the plane of the goal. Yeah,
as soon as he broke it outside, I thought he had it with no problem. Dobson come out of nowhere trying to make the stop. But I think the running back just had so much momentum going forwards that his momentum carried him into the end zone, and it's 42-7. Still 2 minutes 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. I'm highly impressed with this Brunswick football team, Chip.
Yeah, and I mean, with 6 yards of separation from the ball carrier, from a safety spot, that's about the best angle you can take. So, yeah, like you said, it's just momentum. It's about the best you can do right there.
Yeah, and I tell you one thing. Brunswick is exploiting the teeth of this Richmond Hill defense, which is not good going forward. I mean, they're just running and slap up the middle, and there are some gaping holes.
Man, and those running backs, they get downhill quick. They don't stutter. They just get through the hole.
And they continue to run downhill.
Oh, yeah.
They can juke and jive, but I think they like to run downhill. Yeah, there's no sideline to sidelines too much on this Brunswick team. And I'll really be impressed at how they throw the ball. I mean, they throw for over 100 yards tonight.
Another Low Country Pawn kickoff. Rayvon Grant is back to return it. He reels it in about his own 4-yard line. There's another crease. We get across that 25, 26, 27-yard line, depending on where they mark it. Folks, score right now is 42-7. Brunswick Pirates with a dominating lead right now with 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. How you Clemson Tigers doing? I see you over there.
Bad as the one out there. We're winning, but
ugly style.
Yeah, ugly style. This reminds me, oh gosh, it's painful though. Both games tonight are painful. My whole day's been painful today.
Yes, it has. Now, I was going to get into that. Yeah. And I forgot to talk about that at halftime. I'm going to get into that here in just a moment. I guarantee. I'm just glad you're all right, man. I've been through that before. I've been through some even more serious wrecks. I know that was your first one. And speaking of wrecks, Zion Gilliard
that was a good lead, right? He lead in right there.
Yeah, just fell right into my lap. He gives it to Zion Gilliard. He got wrecked in the backfield. It's no disrespect to Zion. He credited the defensive tackle from Brunswick. He's coming in and making the play about a yard deep behind. Oh, well, my goodness. Talk about not giving him forward motion. I mean, he got hit maybe a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and the play ended about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's where they marked it. So,
yeah, that was a train wreck right there between Zion and the defensive tackle, and unfortunately, the defensive tackle got the better of Zion.
On second down at 13, there's a nice play on that left side, and trying to pick up a number on that offensive lineman that was pulling there on that play in 56. Yeah, that's A.J. Sherrod is pulling and opening up that hole for Gilliard.
There's a player down from Brunswick. Charlie, I was looking at this offensive line. Okay, so Ian Donovan is a sophomore. His backup, Fisher Avery, is a sophomore. A.J. Sherrod is a junior. His backup, Brody Miller. I had the pleasure of meeting his parents the other night down at Richmond Hill after the game. Is a freshman. Landon Hurst is a sophomore. Zimbo, freshman.
Somebody.
Cameron Jackson, he's a freshman. Wortman, the only senior, and Monty Green is a junior. So you are right. That might be one of the youngest offensive lines in the state of Georgia, and they've held up pretty good this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they even holding up tonight.
Yeah.
Against this pass rush. I mean, Goldricks is having time. He just really can't find anything to anybody to throw it to.
And Kevin Price from 912 Sports, he mentioned that during the pregame show with us. We're happy to have him because I knew he was going to give us some insight that maybe I didn't know. And he hit the nail on something. He said the most unsung unit on this Brunswick Power squad is their big, long, athletic secondary, and they have played so well tonight. And their secondary, the Brunswick Pirates secondary, actually reminds me of the secondary that we had 2 years ago that was able to stop one of the best quarterbacks in the country, Tate Rodemaker, and win that, help make that run, and then win against Valdosta in the third round. Kind of reminds me of that same unit. You don't, not too often in high school football, depending on what level it is, because this is about as big as it gets, 6A in Georgia. Not too many times do you have a bunch of guys in that secondary that are all tall and lean and can run and be athletic. But they do here at Brunswick. From the Wildcat, Caleb Easterling, he got close. He got around that line of scrimmage, and he just took a slide. Either that or he lost his. It looked like he said, I'm not getting hit by that big blue train. It's either that or he lost his foot, and now he's holding his ankle, so that might have been what happened, and I hope he's okay. Yeah. So obviously that's what happened. It looked like a quarterback slide, but that's not. I guess either his ankle gave way or his knee. He's on the ground now, folks. And he's writhing in some pain. And you know, Joe Scott had so many good things to say about him. Talked to Joe Scott before the ball game. Yeah, and I tell you, not only is Richmond Hill on the losing end of this ball game bad, but it's been a costly game. Easterlin's out. Dimbalati walked off earlier. Landon Hurst walked off earlier. I see Easterlin walking gingerly off on his own powers. Let's hope that young man's okay. But yeah, Charlie, it looked like he just kind of slid into the teeth of that defense. I was going to say he lost his footing. Yeah. But when you said that, I'm saying, well, you and I saw the same thing. Yeah. And now we got a new Wildcat quarterback in on fourth down. Is that I think that's Gilliard in there now. High snap. He goes up and makes the catch, and he's just right up the middle. He just gashes that defensive front for one of the fewer times this season or this year. I mean, I'm sorry, folks. This game picks up a minor survey first down. Some more trash talk coming there. Gilliard trying to stand his ground. He does. So we've got it now. 1:06 to go here in the third quarter. You know, trying to make some positive things happen. I mean, you know, all playoff spots are up for grabs. We'll touch on that in the fourth quarter as we keep moving here. Under a minute to go here. 42-7, Brunswick up. Goldrick, little play action there. Timing her out to Rayvon Grant on the out. Well, it's really a stop route along that far sideline for about 12 yards. He makes the catch. That's one thing we haven't. I think that might have been the first time that play call has been made. Or maybe the play call has been made before. It just hasn't been executed. I don't know. But good-looking pitch and catch. Well, they've been setting that play up all night with Raekwon Grant running those go routes. So there he faked the go route, got the defensive back turned and run, and then just come back. Great, like you said, it was a great pitch and catch. They reversed it, and this time, no play action. Gives to Mr. Gilliard. Gilliard says, I don't care what the score is. I'm going to fight and keep my legs churning for everything I can. He gets hit about 2 or 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage and fights his way for another 4 or 5 to make it second down and 4 at the Brunswick 39-yard line. So we got two receivers on the far side. Gilliard on his right. Ryan Steele in there, tight end. On the near side, down here's the senior, Tommy Bliss. Flushed out of the pocket is Goldrick, and they're going to get him in the backfield there. And that's going to end the third quarter. Had a drive going. It's not totally over yet because when we come back to start the fourth quarter, it'll be third down and long. We'll take a commercial break, folks. You listen to Richmond Hill Football, powered by Express Employment.
Important step to protecting your health and your family. Richmond Hill Pharmacy can help you stay up to date on your vaccinations. We can administer vaccines to people 18 and older without a doctor's prescription, including flu, shingles, and pneumonia, and also administer the whooping cough vaccine with a prescription. Immunizations are important to help prevent dangerous and sometimes deadly diseases. People of all ages should be immunized to protect them from serious diseases, especially as we get older. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, offering immunizations is just one way we're committed to improving the lives of our customers. Filling prescriptions should take minutes, not hours, and we fill most in 15 minutes or less. We also offer prescription compounding and health screenings. Plus, we can ensure you take the right meds at the right time with services like our HealthMinder prescription refill reminder program, bubble-packed meds, and MedReady automatic medication dispenser. It's time to see what Richmond Hill Pharmacy, Hinesville Pharmacy, and Medical Center Pharmacy can do for you. Stop by today or visit us online at Richmond Hill Pharmacy.
Fourth quarter about to be underway here. Third down and 13. Ty Goldrick looking for a man on the left side. Long out route by Tommy Bliss. What? And it looked like he made the catch and tapped that left foot inbounds, but they're going to call it incomplete. Man, I mean, Brock, on a play like that from the near hash to the far sideline, the DB from Brunswick almost makes the pick, but instead it goes just over his hand, and Tommy Bliss makes an incredible catch and taps that left foot in there as he's falling out of bounds. In this situation, the score, man, just give him the catch.
Yeah, I thought he showed some toe drag swag right now.
Toe drag swag, I like it.
But apparently he didn't have the toe drag swag on that one.
Toe drag swag. I'm going to have to add that to my vocabulary. Gilbert Brown back there. The kick from his own 39. He angles it towards the side or towards the corner down here, Coffin corner. And Brunswick's going to return it out across the 25, 30-yard line, up close to the 40.
Charlie, our boy's down on the field.
At McCullough.
Yeah, that's Hayden McCullough. He don't ever come off the field, but I'm sure somebody took a cheap shot on him or something on that. Normally that's what happens on a punt. You know, that's when you can get them cheap shot because you running down, looking up at the ball, not even thinking. Like he got the wind knocked out of him.
And the Richmond Hill training staff's coming out, and head coach Matt Lazat's also coming out.
But you know, Brunswick has kind of physically beaten us up tonight.
Well, right, and that's the point I was going to make a few minutes ago when you were talking about some of the guys going off the field. Hey, look, it's a big-time atmosphere playing against a really good team, and, I mean, it just is what it is. It's going to happen.
But I was talking more about how physical Brunswick is.
Just in general.
Yeah. I know they were finesse.
Right.
Because you was talking about the running backs. But they have beat Richmond Hill. They have took it to Richmond Hill physically tonight.
Yeah. Yep, they have. You got to give a lot of credit to this Brunswick Pirate team. And we've mentioned it off and on tonight. This Richmond Hill roster, yes, they do have a good number of seniors that are on that starting roster, but on the starting lineup on both sides of the ball. But this roster is really, really young. A lot of freshmen and sophomores seeing a lot of quality play time and making quality plays. And when you're running up against a team like this, no matter how good they are, how much upside they have as a freshman or sophomore, it's going to be tough, and that's what we've seen tonight. On first down here with 10.5 to go, we're back underway. Sutton Lewis back in for Brunswick. He gives left side. A little crack there, but a nice tackle by Bodie Custer and Ramon Moore coming in there to make the play.
So we can say Richmond Hill won the last 5 minutes since it's 7-0?
I guess so. Hey, we won. Hey, we got one.
Yeah.
We got one.
I'm sure Coach Lazat wouldn't be too happy with what we're saying right now because he wants the big one,
right.
The one at the end of the game. But sometimes you just have to take away some positives in a bad situation.
You sure do. Sutton Lewis sparking out signals. He gives it to his man on that right side. Ramon Moore coming in there and making the play. Bodie Custer in on the tackle and getting up off the ground very last. Isaac Nowitzki makes the tackle.
Those are two players you're not going to see quit. They're going to play right to that final whistle blows. Isaiah Nowitzki and Bodie Custer, both middle linebackers. Tommy Bliss is out there still giving his all. So that's what you'd like to see as a head coach. Believe me, I've been in this situation before, 42-7, and it's not fun as a head coach, not just because of the score, because your players start holding their heads.
Yeah.
And that makes it even tougher for a head coach.
On third down and 7 here, Sutton Lewis barking out signals again. Sutton Lewis drops back on third down and 7. He's looking for a man on that right side. Underthrew him a little bit, but I don't know if they're going to give him the catch. We'll see. They're coming up and they're marking the ball, which means they do believe he caught the ball, and that's what they're going to call. And he catches it at the 40-yard line inside Richmond Hill territory.
I'm trying to figure out which one of these Brunswick quarterbacks I like better, Wave or Sutton, and I like them both. I really like them both. Which one would you start?
I don't know. I think the same scenario that we were kind of told in preseason was, as far as skill guys, Hill and Simmons and those guys coming back, I mean, they're going to be incredible. The biggest question is quarterback. And they completed the pass, flag on the play is it's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to make it third down and a whole bunch. I mean, it's going to make it third down about 25. But I don't know. The biggest question coming in for Brunswick this preseason was they got dudes all over the field except quarterbacks. So I'll be honest with you, I haven't been impressed with quarterback play here. Man, if they had better quarterback play, then I would put them closer to that Westlake Buford realm. And Sutton Lewis, there's a good-looking pass, but Gilliard or Johnson, is in coverage out there, knocks the ball away.
Yeah, because that play right before that, they got called back. The quarterback rolled out and literally threw the ball as far and as hard as he could to that receiver, and the receiver made the play. I was really impressed. I didn't see the flag, which you did, and anyway, it wiped that play out. But anyway.
But, the numbers for Sutton Ellis coming into this ball game for Brunswick, he's their throwing quarterback. They run a 2-quarterback system, and Jeffrey Ways, their guy that like to use their legs a little bit more. And if your throwing quarterback has 30 of 53, 412 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 picks, that's tough. But they make up for it in so many other ways. And a rarity tonight, Brunswick punting the ball, this time inside their own 10 from their own 8-yard line. High kick, bounces around their own 45, lands around their own 45, and bounces up just inside Richmond Hill territory to the 48, 49-yard line. So, still trying to take away some positives. And like I said, we won the last 4 or 5 minutes of that third quarter.
Yeah.
So trying to win the fourth quarter at this point. 7:23 to go. Your score 42-7. I believe that's been Heathcote that's in there, the backup quarterback now. High snap, he does reel it in. Gilliard left side picks up 2-3 yards. And Lazat is very high on the young sophomore Ben Heathcote. So we'll see him here.
Yeah, I see Goldrick on the sidelines sitting down like a catcher. So I'm wondering if there's got to be something wrong with Goldrick. You're not just going to put Heathcote in with 6 minutes to go. I know the game might be out of hand, but I think something's wrong with Goldrick over there. I see him with his helmet off. I don't think it's anything serious.
Right, yeah. Heathcote gives to Gilliard again, straight up the middle. Or actually, that's Deron Elm. One of the Elm brothers carry up the middle for 4 or 5 yards to the Brunswick 45-yard line.
So has Lazat called the dogs off? With Elm in there? And the backup quarterback?
Yeah, I guess it's finally reached that point to him where he says it would literally take a miracle at this point, down 5 scores. And, why take a risk on getting some guys hurt that we're going to need down the road? And there's a Miter survey first down. So some of the backups getting into the ball game and making some positive things happen. That's always such a tough decision for a coach.
Especially when you behind.
Yeah.
When you up, it's easy. 42-7, 6 minutes to go. I'm still going to try to score. I know you're against some terrible law. But I'm still going to try to score. But I understand where he's coming from as well.
Yep, we got trips on that near side. Heathcote got a running back on his right hip, and he gives it that running back. It's not Charlie Tuttle, but it's Jaden Day. Jaden Day was one of our special teams player of the week last week. And Brock, sometimes it's a scenario where 2 coaches kind of look at each other across the sidelines, and who's gonna make the move first to bring in the backups. And the first person to bring in the backups, the other coach, sometimes they make a decision. All right, I'll bring in my guys too, because what are they going to get after leaving the starters in there if the other guys are bringing in their backups? So what I've
done that before, but normally when I'm down and I got a chance to score, I'm still going to try to score. You're going to try to score as much as you can,
And that's what we're trying to do on a co-route down the sidelines, and it's dropped down there. He had him open. Nice pass play. It's an 83, but we don't have an 83 on the roster. I believe that's Jake LeQuay. The travel roster we got a couple weeks ago, we told it didn't change, has 82 Jake LeQuay, sophomore receiver, and I'm pretty sure that was him. Down the sidelines open, and they're going to get roughing the passer on Heathcote. That's another 15-yard penalty. Down, inside the Ricky Boderford Realty red zone, or right on the edge of it at the 22-yard line.
So, Charlie, how far do you think this Brunswick team can make it in the playoffs? There's no doubt they're going to make it. There's no doubt they're going to probably win this conference. How far can they make it?
You're going to see Brunswick at least a third-round team.
Third round, okay.
It would have to be a big upset in the first or second round. Left side, maybe a yard. And interestingly enough, I took a peek at the high school brackets, 6A, and we have a different conference that we're matched up with this year in the first round. We are matched up with Region 4 out of Atlanta, the Tucker, Westlake, Langston Hughes. And Langston Hughes upset Westlake a few weeks ago, one of the biggest upsets of the year. But that conference we're matched up with, and which is a much tougher conference than Region 3. There's a lot of room on that left side of there. Nice run by McDonald.
No.
Yep, Brandon McDonald with the carry. He's going to make a 3rd down and 4. So, you know, I definitely see him as a 3rd round team. And when you get to that 3rd round, the state of Georgia, everybody's equal at that point.
Yeah.
You know, I say everybody's equal. I mean, maybe not quite, but, you know, it's anybody's ball game at that point. On 1st down, Heathcote gives left side. At McDonald again. He's fighting for the Miter Survey 1st down. On 3rd down and 5, he picks up 4 yards, maybe 5. We'll see where they mark it. They're closing in on those chains here down inside the Ricky Bodefer Realty red zone. Richmond Hill still trying to make some positive things happen here. And they're going to go for it. Why not? With 3 minutes to go. Jeff Coate. Or Ben Jeff Coate, sorry. It's a flag on the play.
We got another quarterback in there now, Charlie.
Yeah, it's John Newman. You're Right. Yeah, he just came in there on a previous 1st down play, and they're going to call offsides, encroachment. It's going to move it. That's going to earn us the 1st down. Half the distance is going to take it down to the 5-yard line. And on 1st and goal, high snap, but Newman corrals it. A tackle in the backfield there.
But yeah, both teams are playing for pride. Now, I do think both teams have their 2nd team in there. Now it's just a pride thing. And these are always fun to watch. You know? What team wants to step up and make the play? Because these are the guys that have been watching the whole game. And now they're getting some playing time. So they're trust me, Richmond Hill wants to score here.
Oh, yeah. A lot of pride out there. A little over 2 minutes to go. 42-7. Newman takes the snap. Fade pattern. He underthrew his man back in the back of the end zone. He's looking for LaQuay again.
Yeah, you don't underthrow a fade. If anything, you overthrow a fade. Just throw that ball up. Let him go make a play. That really wasn't a good pass there from John Newman. But only a sophomore. He'll learn how to throw that fade out in a couple of years. You might be looking. See, the guys that are out there now, I'd always call that Star Trek, the offense of the future. So anytime I get my 2nd teamers out, I say Star Trek, and they just all run out there. But you're saying, and I think I agree, that Richmond Hill's 1st team is the Star Trek. Yeah. Because they're going to be all there next year.
Yeah. And on 3rd down and goal, they're going to rack us up behind the line of scrimmage. Over a minute to go here. So that'll make it 4th and goal from the 110-yard line.
Is that a turnover on downs? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a turnover on downs.
Oh, we're kicking a field goal.
Okay, so it is 4th down now with a minute on the clock. And they're going to bring
4th down and 11.
I was going to say Aiden Stein, but I think that's another kicker trying to catch a number here. But
25 was the one kicking in warm-ups.
Dylan Boykin.
No, Elijah Blige.
Well, that's not Elijah Blige, because Elijah Blige looks different than the young man that just kicked one through the uprights, 27.
That is 27, okay.
Okay, that was Aiden Stein. Yeah. He looked different for some reason, unless it's just been such a long day and my eyes are playing tricks on me. Aiden Stein's kick was no good. It was wide right. Running clock. He's going to go ahead and running clock after Aiden Stein misses the field goal wide right. And that's going to do it here in Brunswick.
Boy, you know it's not your night when Hayden Stein misses a chip shot.
Yeah, he's a good-looking young kicker, just a sophomore. Brunswick trying to get back on the field, but, the ball game's over. You hear the horn in the background, folks. The final 42-7. We'll take a commercial break, and we'll come back with your post-game wrap-up, sponsored by Chris Peterson and Pro Lift Garage Doors.
Credit Union. GeoVista is a local community sponsor, a financial partner, and an educator for our youth of tomorrow. People helping people is GeoVista's commitment to our members and the communities we serve. GeoVista offers checking, savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online.
And we're back on BloodCountryRadio.com with a post-game wrap-up. It was a tough night stats-wise. You're listening to Post Game Wrap Up, sponsored by Chris Peterson and Pro Lift Garage Doors. I'm Charlie Moon alongside Brock Bonet and also student intern Chip Horton. He's wrapping up some stats now. I'll have those for us in just a moment. I don't even know if we'll go to stats because it wasn't a good night for that. But we will update our scoreboard. We'll get some final thoughts here from tonight's game. You know, Brock, we came in the night with a lot of hope, but I'm gonna be flat honest. I knew that this Brunswick team was the real deal, but what I was unsure of, and I think we kind of got the answer. We're not able as of yet to get rid of some of the bugaboos like the turnovers, and when that happens, you put more pressure on yourself. Then you're trying to throw the ball downfield over and over. Then you open up the pass rush, and the snowball kind of goes downhill. But it starts with penalties at the wrong time. There's never a good time for a penalty, but penalties at the worst time and turnovers. And we started tonight, and we handed Brunswick 14 points off the bat with 2 turnovers. You can't do that against a team like this. No, and talking to Joe Scott before the game about wanting to come out and establish a run, when you're down 14-0 after the first 5 minutes, you cannot establish the run. And he really had to put it in Goldrich's hands, and Goldrich was just harassed all night by a better defensive line than our young, inexperienced offensive line. Even though the offensive line held up as much as they could, I think Brunswick wore them out, and you could tell the better team won, the more experienced team won. Richmond Hill's got a ways to go. I think Coach Lazat would even tell you, hey, we got a ways to go, but they can still get there. They still got two more games left, I think, before playoffs. 3 more games before playoffs. So I really think tonight was, like Chip was saying, it's got to be in Goldrich's hands, and he was just harassed the whole night. And that's the turnovers, get pressure on the quarterback, and did we slow, Chip, what did you think? Did we slow down Brunswick offense, or did they pretty much dominate us the whole night?
For me, stat-wise, like I said earlier, we got to get back to the first quarter of defense. The first quarter, we really slowed them down and almost stopped them at times. But after the first quarter, I mean, it broke loose. Those downhill runners just got downhill, north-south, and we couldn't really answer. Because once he got through the hole, he was pretty much 20, 30 yards down the field.
So, yeah, I think it was a dominating performance tonight from Brunswick, and I see Chip over there nodding his head. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, of course, it was a dominating performance by Brunswick. Now, there's one line in saying that I would stop at. I would stop at saying totally outclassed, because we've been in games where we have totally outclassed other opponents.
Yeah.
And there's
Last week was one of them.
And there's never a chance. That wasn't the case tonight. I never really got the feeling tonight, especially after those first 2 fast scores in the first 3-4 minutes of the ball game, that I felt like, hey, we're going to win this ball game. I thought for a long time, hey, if we can hang in there, maybe it can happen. So I would say I agree with you guys. Not totally outclassed, but dominated in almost every facet of the game, except for Gilbert Brown continuing to crush punts all night long. But Chip, you got a final scoreboard up tonight.
Yes, I do. Okay, starting out of conference around the state, we got Burke County versus Thompson. I got a 4th quarter score right now. It's an unofficial final. I don't know if it's final or not, but we got Burke County down 21-8. And then the Ware County Warner Robins game just opened up even more. Ware County over Warner Robins right now, 29-13 in the 4th. We got going back into Region 2 6A. We got Glen Academy over Effingham right now, 13-7. That's only a half score, so I can't. My sources are not telling me very much on that game. But Bradwell Statesboro, we still got Bradwell up 6-0 at half.
Yes. I'm texting somebody I know that's there at the game. The Underwoods, they'll tell me before we go off air here. But Chip, I know you had a pretty cool story when we went to the break about your playing days at Savannah Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I brought up a point in that I love when coaches bring in the second string guys, because that's when guys really evolve. You can practice all you want, and you can have potential, but it takes applying it. My freshman year, I was mostly a JV player, but there at single A private, JV's varsity basically. So sitting on the sideline, I got in for some of those plays, and then that translated over to sophomore year. And if I didn't get put in at all, despite being in single A private, I wouldn't have developed into the player that I became sophomore year. And I stopped after sophomore year. Imagine, I can only imagine what would happen if I did continue through senior year.
Be throwing blows. That's what you'd be doing.
All right, so what's the most surprising score to y'all? The Ware County Warner Robins or Bradwell Statesboro?
It's got to be Bradwell.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I mean, to me, that's a tough one because not so much the Ware County's beating Warner Robins, but I mentioned it in the pregame show and a couple times during the game tonight. It's a Warner Robins team. I don't know exactly what their scoring average is, but every night for the last 3-4 years, they're in the 50s every single
Well, they not tonight, are
week. Not tonight. Now I can say without a doubt that's the most surprising thing, that right now in the 4th quarter, Warner Robins only has 13 points. But we'll see what happens now. Bradwell game. I think I might have an update here. Let's see. 20-6 Statesboro right now. About 4 or 5 minutes to go to 4th quarter.
I tried telling y'all. I tried. That quarterback was just too much tonight, I'm sure, for Statesboro. Yeah. But Bradwell's getting there.
Yeah. Still got 4 or 5 minutes in that game. We'll see what happens. Folks, that's going to do it for us here tonight. I know we had some connection issues a few times tonight. On the road, remote broadcasting. We're at the mercy of a Wi-Fi signal, and we'll hanging in there on lowcountryradio.com. The great thing is we get to continue to tell the stories of the young men and women involved in the Richmond Hill athletics on a week-to-week basis. Hey, I can tell you a great thing that's going to happen later this week on Tuesday night. We're moving to 6 o'clock on Tuesday night to help the players out. More of them to be able to come to the show. The cheerleaders, I confirmed with Coach Hutchinson, Caitlin Hutchinson, that they will be there on Tuesday night to help provide a great atmosphere. So live from Papa's Pizza, 6 o'clock on Tuesday night. Bring your lawn chair. Have fun, because the show not only broadcasts on air, but it will run live out there in the parking lot. And we have a really great time with Lazat players. And it's not just the football. We always have a couple other guests from other ball teams. And it's not always athletics. Yep, the focus is football. But we try to include as much as we can the Richmond Hill community. So look forward to that. Also, all of our coaches shows, Richmond Hill, Effingham, South Effingham, and Bradwell are now loaded up on our Low Country Radio Sports website. So, folks, shout out to Serena at home. I'll miss you because I won't see you until Sunday afternoon. I love you. But I won't see you because I'm going to go see Evie and an awesome soccer match tomorrow. Going to be a long drive tonight and get up early tomorrow morning to finish that drive, but I can't wait to do that. Folks, as I always say when we go off the air, no matter what the score is, and tonight it wasn't the way we wanted it to be for the Richmond Hill Wildcats. But this weekend, look at somebody you know or you don't know. Just tell them you love them and everything's going to be all right. Because you know what happens tomorrow? The sun's going to come up, and part of that sun for us folks here in Georgia is the Dogs are #1 for the first time in the middle of a season in my lifetime, which says a lot. I can't wait to see what happens in the rest of the Dog season this year. But that wasn't tonight. We're Richmond Hill football. Hey, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. See you there, too. As always, build the hill.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket, can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. A Bugatti boy, plus Maybach. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling.